experience for me, it meant a lot because growing up, I was always family oriented. I'm a family person, so I love to be around my grandparents and around family. It's just something about family. What people don't know is love that is there, that always to be shared. And for people who throw their parents in the homes, it's so wrong on so much levels because the love we had today, and it's there. So just get the principal back in the home and get the families back together and look after our elderly because they are the key and the gems to the future.
Both of you are so right. It was such a moving experience. You know what, Bahamas? We have a lot to think about and we have a lot to do. Together, we can achieve.
This has been a production of the Ministry of Social Services, Information and Broadcasting, the heartbeat of the nation, where we move our clients from dependency to self-sufficiency to economic empowerment.
At the Broadcasting Corporation of the Bahamas, I'm Clint Watson, and this is ZNS.
It's What's Trending with Jimenita Swain and the Bahama Beauty. At the Broadcasting Corporation of the Bahamas from Studio A. It all starts right now.
Everyone, it's Thursday, September 25th, and you're watching What's Trending. I'm Jimenita Swain, and I've got the latest trends, the hottest news, and yes, we're diving into serious conversations that matter. So buckle up, get ready, and let's jump straight into What's Trending. Get ready to be inspired. The Elevate and Empower with Excellence Conference 2025 is bringing the magic of jazz to Margaritaville Resort with a show-stopping performance by Rhoda G. And lastly, the Bahamas is taking off. TPM I, Chester Cooper, shares how we're staying ahead in global aviation. Catch the rest of the action just after the break.
Wait, where you grabbing all these pizzas, boy?
Wait, Marcos, wait. We have a special on all the large one-topping pizzas, wait.
Pineapple.
All.
Barbecue.
All. Wait, VAT included, but
I need the $10 special plate.
How many of them would you like?
20 in it. Thank you so much, man. $10, that's it? The Marcos got that deal, boy.
Diet-friendly special.
Tired of looking at the same old kitchen? Step 1. Our talented recommended designer Mark crafts a custom design just for you. Step 2. Once your design is ready, CBS Bahamas makes ordering effortless. Your dream kitchen is within reach. Step 3. Our recommended installers bring your vision to life, ensuring every detail is perfectly in place. Sit back and relax as your dream space becomes a reality. Visit cbsbahamas.com and start bringing your home improvement dreams to life today.
for a memorable night of music and inspiration? Well, don't miss the Elevate and Empower with Elegance Conference 2025, featuring a show-stopping jazz concert with saxophonist Rhoda G at the Margaritaville Resort. Joining us now on What's Trending to share more about this exciting event is the mastermind behind it all, Carol Munnings. Welcome to the show, Carol.
Good evening, and thank you for having me.
It's great to have you here with us. Now, we know you in your capacity as Judge, Carol, and I'm sure that's going to feature into this event. But what inspired you to create the Elevate and Empower with Elegance Jazz concert, and why was jazz the chosen medium?
Well, I have been inspired to have the conference event, which is the Women's Conference and Concert, in my capacity as a working professional, working mother. I've had 30 years, more than 30 years in the legal profession. And so it's another aspect, if you will, of my vision, the way that I want to help the Bahamian people. So one aspect is the television show where I empower through education, legal education with the cases. And this is an avenue where I can express myself, my more feminine side, if you will, by encouraging other working women who are pursuing careers and balancing managing a family with growing a career.
And that's definitely a lot. So what does Elevate and Empower with Excellence mean to you personally in the context of this event?
Well, what it means to me is that I want to be able to elevate myself along with other women by giving them the tools and information to help encourage them. The idea is that you kind of reboot, realign, and get encouragement from being in an environment with other women. So we will have professionals who are there. They will speak to us and give us tips and guidance on managing stress. And there will also be an aspect of how to promote yourself in your career. So we're looking at the inside out. So rather than hard facts about different professions, where it's not an academic curriculum, it's an internal and inspirational curriculum that is being offered.
So definitely focusing, as the theme suggests, empowering, but adding that element of elegance.
Absolutely.
So that sounds exciting.
Yes.
So how will you see this event impacting the local community and the Bahamian art scene?
Yes, so there are a number of ways that it's going to be impactful, because what we're doing is packaging it in a way that there's the VIP experience, which starts with a brand strategy and portrait studio element. So when you come in, there's going to be the elegant atmosphere, and there's going to be training and teaching available, as well as networking in an intimate atmosphere with the speakers that will be there on the Saturday. So on Friday night, we will have the intimate occasion and the branding experience and the portrait experience. So that's one element of it. And then on the Saturday day, we will have exposing the Bahamians to other professionals who they can hear from, learning about confidence, learning about how to present yourself in your best light, and then also the opportunities for networking and talking. We're going to have meals at the hotel. And so the whole environment is going to be an elegant environment. And then topping it off on the night of, on Saturday night, will be the jazz concert. So we have a Bahamian band that will be being featured, the Encore Band 242. They play music as well at another resort locally, and then our international artist, the saxophonist Rhoda G, she plays all over the world, and we're bringing her here to the Bahamas for our Bahamians to get that experience.
So are there any special moments or surprises that attendees will be looking forward to?
Well, there are going to be surprises, and so I'm not going to say what they are, because then they won't be a surprise. But yeah, you can get your tickets at judgecarol.net. So go to my website and the tickets can be purchased there. It's going to be a really grand affair. The value of the tickets versus the value of the actual experience, it's so much more, because the brand strategy coach that's going to be providing sessions to the VIP attendees, sessions with that person alone are, you know, upwards of $500 per session. A portrait studio experience, if you were to go into a studio and have a bespoke one, that's something that's $750 for that experience. But the VIP ticket itself is only $697, which includes the VIP dinner, the package experience, and the one-day seminar, the one-day conference at the British Colonial Hotel. And of course, parking is included for the guests.
And that's important, right? So
Absolutely.
So just remind our viewers where and when is the event?
The event is Friday, starts on Friday, the 3rd of October, and with the VIP dinner and VIP experience, and Saturday, the 4th of October at the British Colonial Hotel. The one-day conference and the jazz concert will be right next door in the Compass Rose Ballroom at Margaritaville Resort. And tickets can be obtained at judgecarroll.net or 828-5878.
All right, well, a big thank you, Judge Carroll, for joining us today and filling us in on what's going to take place at this exciting night. That's the Elevate and Empower with Elegance Jazz Concert and Women's Conference. It sounds exciting.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for being
Thank you very much indeed.
Well, this soulful celebration of talent and community shows how jazz, led by Rhoda G, can be a true catalyst for elegance. Stay with us. There's more after the break. What's Trending is turning 1, and we want to hear from you, our amazing viewers. In a short phrase, tell us what you love about What's Trending. Just grab your phone, turn it sideways, and record a quick 15-second video. Then WhatsApp your clip to 422-6827 for a chance to be featured on the show. Let's celebrate 1 year of trending moments together. And guess what? Our friends at Commonwealth Brewery heard we're turning 1 and they're joining the party. A lucky winner will receive a gift basket of goodies from 700 Wines and Spirits just for sending in a video. So get filming, get festive, and let's keep What's Trending trending. We can't wait to hear from you. Hurry! The promotion ends September 30th.
Your home is your sanctuary. The last thing you need to worry about is rodents. Once they enter your property, they can be tough to get out. If you're concerned about rodents, call Rent-A-Kill Initial. We offer the latest, most effective treatment for safe, fast, and long-lasting results. From prevention to elimination, our integrated approach guarantees protection. For rodent control you can trust, there's only one name in the Bahamas: Rent-A-Kill Initial.
It's me, Wednesday Addams. Your life just took a dark turn. I regret to inform you that I have devised the meal of misfortune with Wendy's. It's pure torture for your taste buds, with 4 nightmarish dips of dread. Don't waste my time asking which ones you'll get. You must surrender to your fate. Enjoy the anguish.
The Royal Bahamas Police Force is one of the most unique professions because it allows you to work in almost every field.
For the police, I fly the unmanned aerial vehicles.
Because I always had an interest in forensic science.
The most interesting area that I would have been exposed to would have been the fire prevention section. It's so much you can pursue.
I get to serve my community and my people every day.
Log on to our webpage. There's information about the recruitment process and all of our various departments.
We're taking you sky high. Our Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Tourism, Aviation and Investments, I. Chester Cooper, has just returned from the International Civil Aviation Organization Conference and shares insights on how the Bahamas is staying ahead in global aviation.
So we're here at the ICAO annual event here in Montreal, Canada. And the idea here really is collaboration with stakeholders, policymakers, really to refine the rules of the road or rules of the air, if you will, to ensure efficiency, to ensure proper regulations. But ICAO has a new mission, a mandate for digitization, use of technology, innovation, and young innovators. So we are leveraging all of these programs. We are putting our tweaks on them. We are ensuring that we implement the training and collaboration with ICAO to ensure the advancement of the aviation sector in the Bahamas. Aviation is absolutely critical, as you well know. We live in an archipelago, 100,000 square miles, and we depend in an archipelago for air connectivity and airlift. As a result of our participation, the proper regulatory environment in the Bahamas, we can attract top-tier airlines from around the world. The top American airlines we have as a key staple in our tourism product. Airlines from around the world, we're catering to more than 30 direct non-stop flights. And the reality of being a part of the ecosystem is that we are a well-regulated, safe environment. And I think that brings a premium for our residents and our guests. So we are happy to be here with a strong delegation from BANSA, the Air Navigation Authority, from CAB, the Civil Aviation Authority, of course, Dr. Roma from the Department of Aviation, as well as others who are covering the different components of the event here this week for the benefit of the aviation sector and the Bahamian people.
If you would like to be a part of What's Trending, DM us on Instagram at What's Trending on ZNS.
Get this straight to our new sales and marketing office, Centerville House, 5th floor, ASAP.
New sales and marketing office, Centerville House, 5th floor, quick.
New sales and marketing office in Centerville House, 2nd Terrace West, 5th floor, on my way.
Sales and Marketing Office, Centerville House, 2nd Terrace West, 5th floor.
You could have caught a ride with me. We're only a block away from ZNS.
ZNS Sales and Marketing has moved to the 5th floor, Centerville House, 2nd Terrace West. For more information, call 502-3800.
The internet isn't just for surfing. There's a sea of shoppers buying online, and you can connect with them on Tingsy. Tingsy is the SBDC's online storefront built for Bahamians. Take your business to the next level by selling to customers online, both at home and around the world. People want Bahamian things, and if you got things to sell, sell on Tingsy. Find out how you can connect with a sea of buyers by visiting TingsyBahamas.com.
Are you a talented musician ready to take your passion to the next level? Then the Bahamas National Youth Choir is the place to be. Auditions are now open for the month of September to persons ages 15 to 25 years old. We offer two exciting options: concert choir for those who enjoy classical and traditional music, and show choir for those who want to perform in a more theatrical setting. Don't miss your chance to be a part of an incredible musical journey. To set up your audition appointment, email us at bnycsecretary@gmail.com. Let your voice be heard with the Bahamas National Youth Choir.
The DRM Authority 2025 Official Hurricane Shelter List.
Abaco Central District, Central Abaco Primary School, Marsh Harbor, Friendship Tabernacle, Dundas Town, Guanakee Primary School, Guanakee, Manawar Primary School, Manawar, Hope Town Primary School, Hope Town, Abaco Northern District, Amy Roberts Primary School, Green Turtle Key, Faith Walk Church of God Community Center, Cooperstown, Grand Key All-Age School, Preschool Block, Grand Key, Abaco Southern District, Crossing Rocks Primary School, Crossing Rocks, Moores Island School, Moores Island, and Soul Seeking Ministries, Moores Island. And that was the list of the 2025 official hurricane shelter list of the DRM Authority.
Where challenges are constant, small businesses are proving that resilience isn't just a buzzword. It's a strategy. Across the globe, micro, small, and medium enterprises, MSMEs, are making waves in India. The number of exporting MSMEs have tripled, growing from 52,849 in 2020 to 2021 to 173,350 in 2024-2025, despite global economic hurdles. This surge highlights the adaptability and determination of small businesses in the face of adversity. Closer to home, the Bahamas is witnessing a similar spirit. The Bahamas Chamber of Commerce and Employers Confederation has launched a mentorship program aimed at supporting small and medium-sized enterprises. With small businesses being the lifeblood of the economy, this initiative is designed to provide the guidance and resources needed to thrive. Technology is another game changer. Small businesses worldwide are embracing artificial intelligence to streamline operations and enhance customer service experiences. In the UK, 43% of small businesses plan to implement AI within the next year, aiming for improved performance and efficiency. E-commerce continues to soar, with online sales now accounting for 23.6% of global retail. Small businesses are tapping into this trend, reaching customers beyond borders and expanding their market presence. In the Bahamas, local entrepreneurs are leveraging digital platforms to connect with a global audience, showcasing the nation's creativity and entrepreneurial spirit. So whether it's through mentorship, technology, or expanding market reach, small businesses are not just surviving, they're thriving. The global and local landscapes are rich with opportunity, and the future is bright for those ready to innovate and adapt. Join the movement, support small businesses, shape the future. And that's been your Economics.
We're diving into the dazzling world of Baja Gala, the Bahamian brand turning shells, sand, and sunshine into wearable art. And joining us today is the founder to share the story behind the stunning creations.
Welcome to Celebration Key, Meet the Vendor series, where we sat down with our vendors one-on-one, where they shared their story and their journey to becoming vendors at Celebration Key.
I'm Tanisha Carey, and the name of my business is Baja Gala. I became jaded in high school. Everyone was wearing this popular designer, beautiful jewelry, but everybody was literally fitting in, and I wanted persons to stand out, and I wanted to create something, again, where everyone can tell their story. So right out of high school, I decided to start creating jewelry for myself, and persons just started taking it off my neck. I design authentic Bahamian jewelry. I incorporate seeds, shells, gemstones, pearls to create something special for that individual. And I love telling a story with my pieces. So persons will be able to actually pre-book tours if they like. One of the wonderful, authentic things I'm offering at Celebration Key is that persons can actually come in, choose their design, and actually we assist them in creating their jewelry. So they have a hands-on experience. So they not only create something in the Bahamas, but they actually create something that was made by them within the Bahamas. So it keeps the authenticity going. They can choose from ready-made items. They can amend them as well if they want to personalize them. But they will be able to come in and create their story at Baja Gala. And I think that's a priceless, priceless takeaway from the Celebration Key and, of course, from Grand Bahama. And I'm excited to share in that experience with them. I remember getting the call to come in and showcase my pieces from the Celebration Key team, and I went in, and I think they were surprised that I brought so much jewelry, but I wanted them to touch the feel to see exactly what I wanted to explain to them. And true story, before the meeting was done, by the time I got back to the Raven Mall, I had other Celebration team leaders in there vetting. I remember the first town hall meeting, and I was so intrigued that finally, I have the perfect platform to showcase my art. And like I said, pre-Dorian, and after Dorian hit, there was doubt, if Celebration Key is still going to be interested in creating such a magical platform. And then, of course, COVID happened. So I remained resilient, as Celebration Key did, and I am just so honored to be chosen by them, but I'm so happy for their investment in Grand Bahama, that they stuck it through and that they are here. It's happening. I still have to pinch myself that it's happening, and I have the honor of being a part of it. I'm Tanisha Carey, designer and CEO of Baja Gala Jewelry, and I cannot wait to have you stand out in my authentic Bahamian jewelry at Baja Gala at Celebration Key. Why fit in when we were designed to stand out?
What's Trending is turning 1, and we want to hear from you, our amazing viewers. In a short phrase, tell us what you love about What's Trending. Just grab your phone, turn it sideways, and record a quick 15-second video. Then WhatsApp your clip to 422-6827 for a chance to be featured on the show. Let's celebrate 1 year of trending moments together. And guess what? Our friends at Commonwealth Brewery heard we're turning 1, and they're joining the party. A lucky winner will receive a gift basket of goodies from 700 Wines and Spirits just for sending in a video. So get filming, get festive, and let's keep What's Trending trending. We can't wait to hear from you.
Hurry! The promotion ends September 30th.
Diet-friendly special.
What's Trending is turning 1, and we want to hear from you, our amazing viewers. In a short phrase, tell us what you love about What's Trending. Just grab your phone, turn it sideways, and record a quick 15-second video. Then WhatsApp your clip to 422-6827 for a chance to be featured on the show. Let's celebrate 1 year of trending moments together. And guess what? Our friends at Commonwealth Brewery heard we're turning 1 and they're joining the party. A lucky winner will receive a gift basket of goodies from 700 Wines and Spirits just for sending in a video. So get filming, get festive, and let's keep what's trending trending. We can't wait to hear from you.
Hurry! The promotion ends September 30th.
We concluded a powerful month of summer. Awesome August.
Then look at someone again and say, you know who my daddy is? My daddy has all power!
What an amazing season we had.
And that's how we wrap up a trending week. Follow us on Instagram at What's Trending on ZNS for show clips, behind the scenes moments as well. And see you on Monday at 6 p.m. for more lifestyle, entertainment, and so much more. Have a great weekend, everyone.
At the Broadcasting Corporation of the Bahamas, I'm Clint Watson, and this is ZNS.
This is the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. Let's look at stories making news tonight. The Grand Bahama Power Company says crews and equipment are ready as strong weather approaches. Also, Education Director stresses the importance of schools registering with NACOB. And the Ministry of Youth, Sports and Culture announcing increased seed funding for Junkanoo groups.
The Bahamas Tonight Northern Edition starts now.
Activated our storm response plans, and our teams and our crews are prepared to respond.
Good evening and welcome to the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. I'm Ramiko Knowles. Thanks so much for tuning in. Topping news tonight, all eyes are on the weather as a tropical depression is developing near the Bahamas. As forecasters continue to monitor the progress of the system, the Grand Bahama Power Company says its crews are already in preparation mode. Our Sherelle Dame sat down with officials and has tonight's top story.
One station.
The storm is forecasted to make landfall as a tropical disturbance. Our team does not plan or foresee the need for a controlled shutdown. However, if this system strengthens to a Category 3 or greater, we will exercise a controlled shutdown.
Mullings emphasizes the importance of safe usage of generators during power outages.
If consumers are going to use generators, we want to remind them not to tie those generators back onto the grid, as it does pose a safety hazard for our crews and it can delay or prolong restoration to those customers.
The Grand Bahama Power Company says that all necessary inventory is fully stocked and crews on standby to assess once the all clear has been given.
We do have sufficient transformers in stock in the event any of the outages are caused due to a failed transformer or blown transformer within the field. Our teams and our crews are prepared to respond in the event we experience any outages or service disruptions this weekend.
For those that experience a power outage, here's what you should do.
Report those outages to our call center, which is 24/7. The number is 352-8411. We also want to encourage customers to report any down power lines, down poles, trees, and lines that they may see during the passing of this weather system.
For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Sherelle Dames.
In other news, the 2026 Pine Yard Rush New Year's Day Junkanoo Parade preparation is officially in its beginning stages as groups are benefiting from a seed funding increase from the Ministry of Youth, Sports and Culture. Our Matthew Martin Burrows shares more details in this report.
Junkanoo groups in Grand Bahama can officially get a head start on the 2026 edition of the Cultural Festival following the distribution of increased seed funding headed by the Minister for Youth, Sports and Culture, the Honorable Mario Boleg.
Group A got a $3,000 increase, jumping from $9,000 to now $12,000. And Group B escalates to $7,500 from their prior $4,000. Minister Boleg notes the increase not only reflects the government's commitment to ensuring the iconic culture staple relevance, but expansion into an authentic festival experience.
I'm happy that we were able to give them an increase in seed funding. Like I said, this is the first administration that I know of that would have given increase in seed funding throughout the entire nation of the Bahamas. I mean, every island, every key has received an increase in seed funding, and so it tells this government commitment to uplifting and the development and the promotion of Junkanoo.
Northern Region's officer in charge for the ministry, Norris Bain, commends the executed partnership between the varied groups and the ministry, resulting in both financial raise and planned evolution.
We have smaller organizations talking about it, and when they're doing their little celebrations, they want to try to emulate it, but sometimes they don't understand the work. And so I just want to say thank you to all of you that are partnering, because we couldn't make this possible without the partnership that has been created here in Grand Bahama.
Riding on the excitement for the 2026 edition of The Rush is Chairman for the Grand Bahama Junkanoo Corporation, Andrew Bain, and Grand Bahamas National Junkanoo Committee member, Sean Bowe.
We know that we're going to do our best with the funds that are provided, and we ask that, corporate Grand Bahama would also want to support us during this time, because we know that we want to provide a great parade for 2026.
Every time I talk about Junkanoo, every time I see someone who knows about Junkanoo, they're talking about this festival that Grand Bahama will be putting on in 2026. And so I just want you to know, Minister, that we are very excited.
For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Matthew Martinborough.
Thanks, Matthew. Well, consequences may be imminent for the school where 6-year-old Zion Williams tragically lost his life. The incident has sparked intense scrutiny of school registration and safety standards throughout the Bahamas. At the center of discussions is NACOB, the statutory body charged with registering and accrediting all educational institutions. The details in this report.
NACOB is the one that registers all of our schools. There may be some schools that are not registered, and my advice to them is to go through the process.
Schools that are not registered with the National Accreditation and Equivalency Council of the Bahamas are not in compliance with the law. That strong message is posted in bold letters on NACOB's official website, underscoring the agency's mandate. But who exactly is NACOB? The Equivalency Council came into force on February 28, 2007. NACOB is responsible for registering and accrediting all primary, secondary, and post-secondary institutions, as well as any provider offering training within the country. Director of Education, Dominique McCartney-Russell, explains that the Council's role is to support and ensure compliance with teaching institutions.
And they protect as well, and they will tell you, for example, what you should do with your infrastructure, your curriculum, the qualifications for your teachers, and so NACOB is there to help.
The conversation around school registration and safety intensified following a heartbreaking incident. 6-year-old Vernal Zion Williams Jr. tragically lost his life when a swing set collapsed at his school, an event that has deeply shaken the community and sparked public concern about the proper regulation and inspection of school premises. In a statement following the tragedy, NACOB described the incident as a solemn reminder of the importance of enrolling children in schools that are not only registered but also provide safe, nurturing environments. The council is urging parents and guardians to do their part by verifying the accreditation status of schools before enrolling their children.
This particular school, NACOB, did say that they didn't recognize them because they are not registered, and as a result of that, they would have to do the necessary protocols to become registered.
The tragedy has reignited calls for stricter oversight and enforcement of registration laws. Information on approved institutions can be found on NACOB's website.
There are consequences, but that's not the first line of defense. What NACOB tries to do is they would speak with the proprietors and they will ask them to go through the process, do it right. The first line of defense is not to just close operations, but to see how they can get them to follow the protocols.
Just one station.
Well, a McLeanstown fisherman is thankful to be alive tonight after a gasoline explosion destroyed thousands of dollars in equipment. The fire has raised questions of emergency preparedness for the East End area, but also highlights how this small community comes together in times of need.
Joseph Thomas, a resident and fisherman in the McLeanstown community, was storing fuel for his fishing boat business. He says one container was left open and vapors from the gasoline container drifted toward the flame of a mosquito coil about 90 feet away. Within moments, there was a fiery explosion.
When I came back, I saw a little fire over in this area, but probably the only thing I could say, it had to ignite from the fumes.
Thomas tried to fight the flames himself with a garden hose, but the water pressure quickly dropped. That's when the fire began to spread.
It blew the gas everywhere, and everywhere the gas went, the fire went. So one spell after I saw it spread like that, and when I looked, the boat catch a fire. The boat on this side caught a fire.
Thomas was nearly trapped by the flames, but thankfully neighbors rushed in with buckets of water to help put out the fire. Meanwhile, this exposed a much bigger problem for the community. No fire engine nearby.
To be honest with you, one spell, I was in a ring of fire. This is one of the main reasons we need a fire engine in these areas. Government officials, we need them to be proactive.
This local fisherman says that in that instant, he lost his boat, his truck, and more than $10,000 worth of fishing equipment. However, he says things could have been much worse, and for that, he's grateful.
A good appreciation for knowing that God had my back. I don't panic easy. And if I did panic in that situation, trust me, I would have lost my life.
Here in the McLeanstown community, in the face of danger, it took courage and strong community spirit to put out this fire. But preventing the next one may take a bit more. For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Sherelle Dames.
Well, in news from the crime beat, police on Grand Bahama, in collaboration with Customs Department, searched a box at a warehouse where they discovered a quantity of hydroponic marijuana. Meanwhile, officers from the Drug Enforcement Unit collected a quantity of suspected hydroponic marijuana. The illegal drugs has an estimated weight of 24 pounds with an estimated street value of $34,000. No arrests have been made in connection with this drug bust. However, the matter remains under active police investigations. The Royal Bahamas Police Force commending the Bahamas Customs Department for their vigilance and effectiveness collaboration in this joint operation.
And still to come.
The world's largest book ship docks in Grand Bahama with over 8,000 titles. That story, sports, and more when we come back.
Step into a life of luxury and convenience with the Commonwealth Bank Platinum Card. From earning premium cashback rewards on every dollar spent to enjoying comprehensive travel insurance, shop with confidence, knowing your purchases are protected. Our Platinum Concierge service turns your requests into reality, wherever life takes you. Let the Commonwealth Bank Platinum Card be your passport to exceptional experiences. Commonwealth Bank, leader in personal banking services.
Come on down and see what Dolly Madison has in store for you. Renovate and rejuvenate at Dolly Madison.
At Save More Drugs, we got you. We got what you want. We got what you need. We got what you came for. The quality you expect. The prices you need and deserve. Save more at Save More Drugs.
One night, one stage, one unforgettable experience. Saturday, October 4th at 7 p.m., the Bahamas Red Cross Society Grand Bahama presents the Starlight Soiree at the Grand Lucayan Great Ballroom, an exclusive gala held under the patronage of Her Excellency, the Most Honorable Cynthia A. Pratt, Governor General of the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. Tickets are available now at the Red Cross Center at a donation of $125. This is more than a gala. This is the Starlight Soiree.
Do It Center is doing it again. Their end of month sale happens Friday and Saturday, September 26th and 27th, 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. 20% off store-wide. Some restrictions apply. Visit them at the Del Zorro Product Complex, formerly Gold Rock Corp. Call 350-2316. Do It Center, where they help you get it done.
The snack place has the best variety at the best prices, from chips, cookies, and candies to $2 snack bags packed with goodies. Find them in the Sunset Commercial Plaza next to the bicycle shop in Caravelle Beach. They're open from Monday through Saturday, 8:30 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. Esquire's Menswear presents Passion for Fashion, Saturday, October 4th at the Pelican Bay Hotel at 7 p.m. Tickets are $50 and can be purchased at Esquire's Men's. Shape your crepe and oh my gosh, couture. Attire is elegant.
Modivas is having a summer clearance sale going on now through the end of the month. 25% off on women's clothing, shoes, hats, handbags, and so much more. Open Monday through Sunday, located at the Rachel's Britannia Mini Mall, Caravelle Beach. Experience Moon on a Rainbow Shawl by Errol John live at the Regency Theater. Showtimes are September 26th and 27th at 8 p.m. and September 28th at 4 p.m. Tickets are just $30. Don't miss this unforgettable performance. Get your tickets today from the Freeport Players Guild.
Your number one team in the North. Only the sun covers the Bahamas better.
Welcome back. Here on Grand Bahama, the world's largest floating bookstore has returned, bringing with it over 8,000 books to share with the people of Grand Bahama. The vessel, representing more than 60 nationalities, stands as a true symbol of international cooperation and goodwill. Officials from the Ministry of Tourism, Investments and Aviation, the Ministry of Education and the Christian Council were present to welcome the bookstore. Having visited the island 16 times, the ship's arrival was warmly greeted by the Minister for Grand Bahama, the Honorable Ginger Moxie, who expressed his appreciation for their ongoing commitment. Minister Moxie emphasizing that the floating bookstore's mission to spread knowledge, help and hope deeply resonates with the community on the island.
Logos Hope is an international symbol of learning, friendship, and global connection. Your visit enriches our community by giving residents and visitors a unique opportunity to engage with your remarkable crew and explore the thousands of books on this vessel. So I encourage all students, teachers, parents, and everyone to take full advantage of the opportunity to visit the world's largest floating book fair on Grand Bahama.
Director Desio De Carvalho and Captain Matt Stevens speaking about how much the Bahamas means to them and why it was so important to return.
And thankfully, we were able to return with the ship in late in 21 under happier times, still in the depths of the pandemic. And it's my joy now to return as captain of Logos Hope 4 years later. And now we're free to gather once again, both Logos Hope and the nation of the Bahamas.
During this visit to the region, our theme is Thy Kingdom Come. May this be a time when God will continue to shape our Logos Hope team and the people we will meet here in Freeport to build communities, cities, and nations that show the greatness and goodness of His kingdom.
The Regency Theater is set to open its theater season with the famed and historic stage play Moon on a Rainbow Shawl. The play is set in 1950s Trinidad and Tobago's and dives into the struggles of characters grappling with struggles and dreams in the aftermath of colonialism. The play was first staged at the Royal Court Theatre in London in 1958, and later iterations of the award-winning stage play featured the likes of James Earl Jones and Cicely Tyson, bringing the beloved characters to life. Now, a number of new and veteran Bahamian actors look to bring playwright Errol Jones's vision to life this weekend at the Regency Theatre, according to director Kenrick Blatch.
The play is pretty much set in the 1950s, World War II. The play was pretty much written by a Trinidadian, and pretty much brings to life what things were like back in the day. What you could find on stage this week is various of actors and actresses, seasoned and newbies, bringing to life what Errol Jones would have portrayed in the script.
The play features a number of twists and turns and some themes the actors believe Grand Bahamians can relate to. Jessica Russell and Said Pinder detail why residents should get their tickets.
I think anybody living in Grand Bahama could relate to the idea of struggle and wanting more. So maybe they could see themselves in that side of Ephraim. And maybe a little bit in other people.
They can expect some laughter, they're gonna expect some drama, maybe they may shed a tear. I'm sure they can relate to a few of the situations that's going on. So they can come and sit back and enjoy a great show.
Now, the show dates are September 26 and 27 at 8 p.m. with the final showing on Sunday at 4 p.m. And that is a look at stories making news. Shane, what's happening in sports?
Where were you in 2005?
Finishing school.
Well, I have 3 years left, but were you in the Grand Bahama Games?
No.
Well, guess what? It's making a grand return, and it's been a very long time coming.
All right, excited about that. That's coming your way next after this break.
Here at Island Bedding, we provide Bahamians a local option for factory direct quality sleep products. We have also expanded to include a range of furniture and home accessories. Check out our new living room pieces, including sectional, TV stands, accent tables, and more. Come on down to Island Bedding and feast your eyes on prices you have to see to believe. Located at number 5 Queens Highway, across from Caribbean Veterinarian.
Journey to a serene oasis. Relax. Rejuvenate. Renew. Welcome to Renew Day Spa. For appointments, call 352-RENU.
Save more drugs. We got you. From cosmetics to prosthetics, what you need for your family, the brands you're looking for, the quality you expect, the prices you need and deserve. Feel the love. Save more at Save More Drugs.
Strength isn't claimed, it's built. At Heroic Concrete, every block is made with purpose, crafted to protect, poured to endure. From ready-mix to premium 8-inch blocks, we supply the strength our nation needs. Proudly made in Grand Bahama, built for hurricanes, built for legacy. Creating products to bring value to our lives and strength to our future. Call 820-4376 or email sales@heroicgrouplimited.com.
Welcome to Kids R Us. Here at Kids R Us, you can find a variety of toys, dolls, action figures, games. We have board games, we have gift cards, educational games, everything for your little ones. We also carry specific brands such as Marvel, Barbie, VTech, Leapfrog. We even have Bratz. We have everything that your little ones desire. If your child likes music, we have large keyboards they can practice piano on. We have ride-in cars and motorbikes and scooters. And for back to school, we have a wide variety of backpacks, character backpacks, different ones like The Little Mermaid, Paw Patrol, all the different TV shows that they love. We're located in the Raven Mall, and you can contact us at 818-5437. Our store hours are 10 to 6. So come on down, we're here to serve you.
Get a jump on your health and fitness goals with the Fitness Connections Transformation Challenge. We've already helped hundreds of people get closer to their health and fitness goals and achieve awesome results like you see here. You can scan the QR code to find out more. But let me tell you what all comes with the challenge. One, you get 20% off coupons to the Fitness Connection every 2 weeks. You get coaching calls with us on Zoom. You get accountability, us checking in on you. And you also get the chance to win $1,000 and other prizes if you are the winner. So what do you have to lose? $50, you can have a chance to win $1,000 and get the body of your dreams. So scan the code now, sign up. We're here to help you.
What's happening, everybody? I'm Shane Stubbs with your evening sports update. The Grand Bahama Games will make a grand return this November with 5 constituencies going head-to-head across 5 disciplines. And get this, the games were last held in 2005. That's a very long time ago for many, myself included. But here's Grand Bahama Sports Council's chairman, Darryl Ware, who says all the MPs are on board with the bragging rights up for grabs.
These games we'll be honoring none other than Mr. Churchill Tenor Knowles. And this year, we will be catering to 5 disciplines, which will be volleyball, softball, soccer, baseball, and basketball. We intend to get started with volleyball, which will get started on the 3rd of November. These games will be run throughout the month of November in Grand Bahama. To date, we have all members of Parliament on board who will be assisting to making sure these games become a success.
The legendary Churchill Tenor Knowles was key in getting the first GB game started with one goal in mind: unity through sports.
My good friend, he's no longer here, Greg Christie coined the phrase, unity through sports, unity through sports. And that was our motto ever since 1992. And so I'm just pleased to be a part of it and see that it's going on again.
Meanwhile, over in volleyball, the BMES Warriors Junior Boys got off to a hot start in hopes of defending their title. They eked by the Sister Mary Patricia Russell Panthers in 3 sets recently, and here's Coach Alan Hall's expectations for the season.
We hope to do really well in the regular season, go the distance in the playoffs, and hope to return in the championship.
And finally, in other high school volleyball scores, Holmes Rock Junior bested the Jockey with Junior Stars in 2 straight sets, 18-17 and 16-11. And on the senior boys side of the net, the Amar Rock Blue Jays needed 3 sets to take down the Jockey with Wildcats. The final scores 20-18, 13-19, and 15-9.
And that's your check on sports, everybody. I'm Shane Stubbs. Stay great. Your Facebook friend of the day is up next.
Doctors Hospital has reimagined primary care. We have invested to improve our health system, ensuring that accessible, affordable, world-class clinical care is closer to you. Your relationship with a primary care provider shapes the foundation of your overall health. Our new, modern primary care facilities are where critical diagnosis and true personalized treatment begin. With locations in Freeport and 8 Mile Rock, we invite you to experience the Doctors Hospital difference. Book your next appointment at clinics.doctorshos.com.
Save more drugs, from cosmetics to prosthetics. What you need for your family, the brands you're looking for, the quality you expect, vitamins you need, and prescriptions you came for. Feel the love. Save more at Save More Drugs.
What is you doing on this tablet? It ain't upside down again. Y'all know. Y'all think I don't know how to use a tablet, eh? Well, you're ashamed. Y'all, I been down to the Sir Charles Haywood Library today. And guess what? They tell me all about their new digital library system. Y'all, I call over Drive and listen, it come with my membership. Man, I tell you, all kind of trending and up-to-date books and thousands, I mean thousands of magazines, all at my fingertip. Ooh, let me see. See what? No, sir. Just for members only. Go get your own membership.
The Sir Charles Haywood Library introduces Vox and iVox reading books, a brand new collection of interactive reading technology, the first of their kind in the Bahamas for children. But wait, there's more. We're also introducing Overdrive, our digital library, where you can find books for teens, young adults, and the young at heart, with over 4,000 magazines for people of all ages and interests. Come on, bring your entire family. Swing by and give them a try. They're all available at the Sir Charles Haywood Library.
In healthcare, precision isn't optional. It's life-saving. One wrong reading can lead to the wrong treatment. Using uncalibrated equipment means risking misdiagnosis, mistreatment, and unnecessary grief. That's where Livy Calibrations comes in. Trusted, accurate, and 100% Bahamian owned. From ECGs to fume hoods, defibrillators to patient monitors, we calibrate them all, on-site, with careful precision. Livy Calibration. Trusted results, reliable service, uncompromising accuracy. Book your calibration today, because in medical care, there is no room for error.
When you build a interaction with the people, it's kind of a relationship you're building at that moment. So you kind of could feed off their energy while they feed off your energies.
Smells good. So this is the mango duck. The famous mango duck. Yeah.
Northern Vibes, this Sunday at 6 p.m. Your #1 team in the North. Only the sun covers the Bahamas better.
And that is going to do it for us here in the North. I'm Ramiko Knowles.
I'm Shane Stubbs.
Thanks so much for watching. Here's a live look at the Bahamas Tonight, coming your way next.
ZNS News is brought to you by the new BTC. Fiber is here. Faster, stronger, more reliable. Together, we are unstoppable. Switch today.
Coming up in the Bahamas tonight, the Prime Minister using an international forum to renew the call for action against climate change. The first of hundreds of RBDF officers honored. And a bright spot for the labor market as a major project promises employment for hundreds. The Bahamas Tonight, the National Report, starts now. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the broadcast. There's been a lot of rain this week, and more rain is forecasted as the weather systems continue to move west-northwest. Meteorologists predicting that it will impact west and southeast Bahamas and the Turks and Caicos Islands. For the latest, we turn now to Chief Meteorologist Basil Dean. Basil, what's the latest?
Good evening, Commissioner. We continue to monitor the tropics, and we have Tropical Storm Humberto. It's some 470 miles to the northeast of the northern Leeward Islands, and it's moving very slowly now towards the west-northwest at about 6 miles per hour. And we expect that track to continue, with some intensification taking place by tomorrow. It could become a hurricane as early as tomorrow and a major hurricane as we head into the weekend. But the good news with this system is that it will stay well to the east of the Bahamas. And then the area that we're really concerned about, this is that tropical wave that is now moving over Hispaniola, and it should move into the northwest, into the southeast Bahamas and the Turks and Caicos Islands by tomorrow morning, and that is when we will see an increase in showers and thunderstorms over the southeast Bahamas, and also those winds will be elevating as well. But one of the things I'm waiting to see is what happens with this system once it leaves Hispaniola, because this is a mountainous terrain, and that tends to have a negative impact on the system. So if it weakens significantly, then that would be the best scenario for us. However, the waters are very warm in the southeast Bahamas, so rapid intensification is likely. We anticipate that an area of low pressure will form by Saturday, and then a tropical depression could form as it reaches near the northwest and central parts of the country heading into Sunday. So we're asking you to stay tuned. And this is where that tropical depression is expected to develop and could rapidly intensify into a tropical storm. Another scenario is that Humberto can very well push this towards the north and east and away from the Bahamas. Should that not happen, then we expect it to continue moving towards the north. And on our live weather radar, we can see this is the shower activity associated with that tropical wave. Most of it on the south side of that wave. You can see some heavy thunderstorms are taking place right between Hispaniola and Puerto Rico. And we have another pocket of heavy showers just to the north of that over to the Atlantic. All of this range will be moving over the southeast Bahamas later on tonight and tomorrow. So we're asking residents in the southeast Bahamas to brace themselves for some heavy rain showers.
Well, thanks, Basil. You can expect a further update on those systems at 7:30 in Access Now. Meantime, the Disaster Risk Management Authority issuing a strong appeal tonight for residents to take these weather systems seriously by preparing for any impact. Here's the DRM Authority's Assistant Director of Strategic Communications, Chantes Dillette-Wilson.
As part of the national response, the Prime Minister has been fully engaged and will receive his second briefing on the system this evening. Also yesterday, all Family Island administrators were placed on alert, and since then, they have been fully briefed and readiness checks were done for their incident command centers. The DRM team has been testing satellite phones for each of the Family Island administrators to ensure reliable communication across the islands. We expect that process to be completed by tomorrow. We're also in communication with the Ministry of Works, which has mobilized resources to respond to flooding in the event that it is needed.
We can also tell you tonight that out of an abundance of caution, public schools in the southern Bahamas will be closed tomorrow, and that's until further notice as officials monitor the approaching weather system. The closures affect schools in the Maikau constituency, and that's Meguana, Inagua, Crooked Island, Acklins, and Long Key, along with Ragged Island. Parents and guardians are encouraged to stay connected with school administrators and monitor official updates as the system develops. Well, Prime Minister, the Honourable Philip Davis is certainly watching the situation with these converging storm systems from New York City, where he's attending the United Nations General Assembly. Corval Pyfrom reports now how the Prime Minister is using what's happening here to bolster his call for action on climate change on the global stage.
As I stand here at this very moment, there are two systems that are threatening my country. AL3 and AL94. And each of them have been predicted to be impacting my islands.
Prime Minister the Honourable Philip Davis again at the United Nations, once again urging the world to act on the issue of climate change. Though he did not call him out by name, it was evident he was responding directly to U.S. President Donald Trump's mocking and scoffing at the issue a few days earlier when he addressed the UN body. Climate change, said the U.S. President and leader of the free world, is a hoax.
It's the greatest con job ever perpetrated on the world, in my opinion.
The frequency and intensity of hurricanes is real. It's no hoax. It's not a con job. The 1.5 degree Paris temperature goal is on life support, and our actions ahead of COP30 and beyond will give it the opportunity to either survive or we accept that we have come to the end of a singular call for the hope of humanity.
While President Trump appears tone-deaf on the issue and unlikely to support initiatives promoting renewable energy or pledges to meet 2030 goals in reducing emissions, the Prime Minister has sought and found not only receptive partners, but ones willing to take action. From where he sits, Mr. Davis sees this as less of a political debate, but rather a moral imperative. And the time for playing the blame game, he stresses, has passed.
Zero-sum moralizing, in which for me, to win, you must lose, is counterproductive in a world in which citizens of even the wealthiest nations feel that the social contract is broken, and rising costs and diminishing opportunities are fueling what I call political rage.
but still a call for all to sit at the table.
We need decision makers everywhere to understand that replacing fossil fuels with renewable energy will not come at the expense of prosperity, but a prerequisite for future prosperity.
For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Corval Pyfrom.
While also taking a swipe at the assertion that climate change is not real, Foreign Affairs Minister the Honourable Fred Mitchell, who too is attending the UN General Assembly meeting, debunked the claim, stressing that the scientific evidence is sound.
For us, it's existential. What was pointed out to us a couple of times is that New Providence, for example, if we do nothing to change the trajectory of the climate and its effects on our country, by the year 2070, 30% of New Providence is going to be underwater, and at the end of the century, 70% of New Providence will be underwater. This is quite a serious thing, and we're now seeing the impacts of climate change right now because the sea levels are rising, so the water table is rising in New Providence, and that's why the roads are so unstable and we're having to repair roads more often than we normally would. So all of the Caribbean countries are working together on this issue of climate change.
Well, in other news tonight, it's part of a national focus to bolster entrepreneurship throughout the Family Islands. The Small Business Development Center is moving throughout the archipelago, identifying new and existing businesses that need critical funding to realize their dream of operating a successful operation. Businesses can access between $5,000 and $10,000 in grant funding and significantly more in loans. So far, of the $94 million in approved funding, Long Island has been a part of those Bahamian ventures benefiting. Executive Director of the SBDC, Samantha Roll, at a town meeting in Long Island Wednesday evening, encouraged residents there to invest, go through the process of applying, and the government will support. It's a move the local representative, Ramona Taylor, says she's willing to lead.
I do understand in the filling out of the application how it can feel overwhelming, particularly because you're passionate about this. It's something that you need, you want, you desire. But I also want you to understand the application process. It helps us in terms of accountability, transparency, and it also helps you in terms of preparedness. It's important for us to make sure that we're doing our due diligence in one aspect. But for you, if we're asking for a business plan, financial statements, or compliance documents, it helps you to prepare in that sense to make sure that your business succeeds.
For my part, what I have seen and the interest that I get from people across the island is very encouraging, to say the least, and I think that is going to continue. And now that everyone in this room sees that, you know, SBDC is serious about getting you what you need in the time and manner that you need it, I think that it's just going to be great going forward.
The Long Islanders have been crying for banking facilities as the existing ones have all discontinued operations. While there is an ATM, business owners say it's critical to have a branch presence. Head of Fidelity Bank and head of the Clearing Banks Association, Gowan Bose, says the new model of Family Island banking will change, and he's optimistic that an announcement is forthcoming. Still, Bose says despite banks being adverse to taking risk with Family Island businesses, Fidelity's partnership with the SBDC proves otherwise.
What I'm saying to you is, don't come to me pensive. Don't come as if you're not sure. Right. Because then I'm not sure. If you come to me with confidence, not arrogance, that says, I have a plan, I have persons who've showed me how I can make this work, I expect you, Bo, to challenge me, but I believe I can answer all your questions and demonstrate to you. And then I would say, make sure that you are not trying to meet a need that you believe is necessary. Make sure that you've done your research to say, I'm meeting a need where people are willing to pay for it.
Well, the Department of Inland Revenue continuing its crackdown on liquor establishments. Every entity with a liquor business, save for those in Freeport, covered by the Hawksbill Creek Agreement, including hotels, will be required to secure a certificate of registration. It's all part of changes to the Business License Act. Controller of the Department of Inland Revenue, Shonda Strawn, updated the Bahamas Hotel and Tourism Association on where things stand during a Zoom meeting on Thursday.
That is going to be a big change because right now most hotels just have a hotel license, and we really don't know how many restaurants and bars or lounges or liquor stores or even stores that may sell souvenirs and selling liquor. So the act was amended, the Business License Act was amended, and now there is a certification process that everyone who sells liquor will have to go through. And so who falls in the category? As I said before, liquor stores, bars, restaurants, and every restaurant serving alcohol. And that includes the hotels, that includes the private destinations.
Now, Strawn says they will have to apply for certification 60 days before applying, well, rather 90 days before applying for a business license. And in the case of new businesses, 90 days before opening date. What differs is that public consultation will have to take place before certification for licenses is approved. The same applies in the case of renewals.
What we will require you to do is to go on the liquor registration portal and at least sign onto the portal and indicate to us the number of restaurants you have, the number of liquor stores or souvenir stores that sell liquor, and attach a copy of your hotel license. And that will suffice for liquor registration for the hotels.
Coming up, an award ceremony for Defense Force personnel. You're watching the Bahamas Tonight, the National Report. There's more news in a moment.
Step into a life of luxury and convenience with the Commonwealth Bank Platinum Card. From earning premium cashback rewards on every dollar spent to enjoying comprehensive travel insurance, shop with confidence, knowing your purchases are protected. Our Platinum Concierge service turns your requests into reality, wherever life takes you. Let the Commonwealth Bank Platinum Card be your passport to exceptional experiences. Commonwealth Bank, leader in personal banking services.
The last eclipse of our galaxy. Scientists are gathered here today to witness this extraordinary event. Simply marvelous, extraordinary, unforgettable, one of a kind. Oh man, that's amazing.
You can't ignore the craving that makes everything crunch. The new crispy barbecue bacon sandwich with barbecue sauce, cheddar, bacon, crispy onions, and an extra large chicken fillet. KFC, it's finger licking good.
Hello. Bonjour. Hola. Hello. Ciao.
No matter where your passport takes you, BTC roaming keeps you effortlessly connected. Enjoy seamless calls, lightning-fast data, and affordable roaming across the globe. No SIM swaps, no stress. Just one network, working everywhere. So go ahead, explore the world, and still be just a call away from home.
All we means
collective hope. Togetherness.
Sharing resources, you're sharing energy, and you're sharing a common goal.
All we means community.
We jamming.
A shared history.
Coming together to share their ideas.
All we is one family. All we is one. The journey that we share.
Stronger together.
A perpetual collaborative effort that's built on community. That's what all we means to me.
Like, where you grabbing all these pizzas, boy?
Hey, Marcos, boy. We have a special on all the large one-topping pizzas, boy.
Pineapple.
All.
Barbecue.
All. Hey, VAT included, boy.
I need the $10 special plate.
How many of them would you like?
20 in it. Thank you so much, man. $10, that's it. The Marcos got that deal, boy.
Well, you're looking at a shot there of Goodman's Bay on the West Bay Street Strip. In the shot, the Breezes Hotel in the Bahama Resort in the Cable Beach area. That shot courtesy of our drone pilot, Kyson Miller. As always, good job, Kyson. Welcome back. Some 14 Haitian nationals forced to part with thousands of dollars after being picked up in a raid throughout Eleuthera. Once arrested, the group was processed for overstaying and unpaid immigration fees. $6,000 was subsequently collected in outstanding fees. Now, those facing charges were brought here to the capital for prosecution. Meantime, 7 Haitians, 2 Dominicans, and 1 Jamaican were all sent back to their respective home countries. Well, congratulations in honor, meantime, for more than 200 Defense Force officers and Marines lauded during a ceremony at Government House for their outstanding and faithful service to country. The medals representing the courage, bravery, and commitment the Marines displayed while defending the nation's borders. Fern Carey tells us more in this next report.
The 202 Defense Force officers and Marines were awarded for their sacrifice, bravery, and steadfast service to the country. The medals, a symbol of national gratitude for the role they play in defending the nation's territorial waters from external threats and during times of disaster. Among the medals awarded, the Distinguished, the Meritorious, the Overseas Campaign, the King's Coronation, and the Long Service and Faithful Service medals. Defense Force Commander Gordon Roberts lauded the honorees for their dedicated service.
The recipient embodies this mission. They represent the finest tradition of maritime service and national defense. Force Chief Petty Officer Barrett Maitland will receive the Gallantry Decoration. His courage distinguishes him from his peers. 69 members will receive Distinguished Service Decoration for exceptional leadership. 53 will receive Meritorious Service Decorations for outstanding achievement. Many others will receive Long Service and Good Conduct.
Chief Petty Officer Baron Maitland was the only Marine receiving a medal for gallantry, which is awarded for bravery and heroism. He also received a Meritorious Service Medal. Commander Roberts noted that all of the honorees are an inspiration.
Some served 18 years, others served 25 years, 19 have served 20 years with honor. Their courage was shown through persistence and dedication. Tomorrow, we have honored and we will honor 162 more members. They serve overseas campaigns. They participated in the King's Coronation. 22 will receive their officer's commission, and their courage opens new chapters of service.
National Security Minister, the Honorable Wayne Munro, reflected on the Marines who made the ultimate sacrifice in the defense of the nation. He also indicated that the awards are a symbol of national gratitude.
They are not merely pieces of metal. They are symbols of our national gratitude. The bravery and dedication of all our members are the bedrock of our national security. The people of the Bahamas sleep soundly, knowing that you stand guard. As Joseph Campbell quoted, a hero is somebody who has given his life or her life to something bigger than oneself. You are all heroes.
Another award ceremony will also be held at Government House on Friday to honor more Defense Force Marines for their service. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Fern Carey.
Well, things could be looking up for the jobless. Over 500 Bahamians are expected to be employed at the Royal Beach Club on Paradise Island once construction on the multi-million-dollar project's completed by year's end. Royal Beach Club President Philip Simon says so far just under 30 Bahamians have been hired in key positions. Simon's comments came during the opening ceremony for Royal Caribbean's flagship headquarters here in Nassau.
This project involves Bahamians as true partners and drivers of this world-class destination. Currently, we proudly employ 27 Bahamian professionals in high-level corporate positions, from directors to managers, with strong trajectories. These aren't just jobs. This is representative of the Bahamian workforce, powering a Bahamian future for decades to come.
The Royal Beach Club is an initiative of Royal Caribbean International that's expected to provide a significant boost to the local tourism product. U.S. Chargé d'Affaires Kimberly Furnish lauded the cruise line for its strong commitment to the environment, mirrored in the Royal Beach Club project.
We're so proud, too, of the way that you've cared for the environment.
on the island, the way you've cared for the trees, all the work you've done in hiring Bahamians to work there, involving the arts, involving all the people. So we are so proud to support you. The U.S. Embassy of the United States stands here with you and with the Bahamas.
Tonight, homage paid to a giant in the trade union movement. Former president of the Airport, Airline and Allied Workers Union and former labor consultant Frank Carter has died. He was 80 years old. Extending condolences to Carter's family, Labor and Public Service Minister, the Honorable Pia Glover-Roll, lauded the veteran trade unionist as one whose life has been a testimony of service, a man who was a constant advocate for peace and harmony in the workplace, and a campaigner for equality and justice for all Bahamian workers. The minister added that when the history of the trade union movement is recorded, the legacy of Franklin Carter will stand on the same level as Thomas Bastian, Patrick Bain, Leroy Buchanan, Keith Archer, Willem A. Bridgewater, Mabel Walker, and others.
This portion of the news is brought to you by Folk Call Smart Pass, the smart way to pay at the pump.
Are you straight? Bro, I ain't getting no service. I can't make no calls. I can't post nothing on my stories. I don't get it.
Wait, you went on a live? Shad, come, let's fix that. Come. This one needs saving. Pour them over, please.
Say less. Sign up today. Enjoy 5 gigs on us with select prepaid plans when you port your number to Alive, or 3 months free Alive fiber services when you port your landline.
Introducing the Focal Smart Pass app that helps you to fuel up faster. Here's how it works. Download the app on the App Store or get it on Google Play and create your profile with payment details. Visit your nearest Shell station, open the app, scan the pump's QR code, select your payment amount, and begin fueling. Say goodbye to cash and cards because the Focal Smart Pass offers secure and convenient payment options right at your fingertips. Download Focal Smart Pass now and fuel up faster today.
This portion of the news is brought to you by 700 Wines and Spirits, bringing celebration across the nation.
Well, we're going to lighten the load a bit, and for that, we're going to call on some help from Royston and Marlena, who are going to give us a sneak peek of what's coming up in Access Now.
Well, Kush, we have our friend Judge Carol on with us tonight, and she's going to be telling us all about her event, Elevate, Empower with Elegance. And I can't wait to hear about it. And I believe that there's also like a jazz concert.
Yes, there is.
With it. And I'm a jazzy person, so I can't wait to hear about that. I want to hear those details.
We're looking forward to it, and we're looking forward to having you.
Well, you're having food, you're having music.
It's the place to be.
Exactly. Studio is the place to be.
Join us, you're welcome anytime.
Stay with us, the Bahamas Tonight. The National Report continues after this.
Diet-friendly special.
Find
Find your future with certificate courses from the University of the West Indies. Fast and affordable, our courses give you the skills to get hired, promoted, and ahead of the game. Choose project management, supervisory management, law for human resources, business and commercial law, and even technical skills like Canva design, web design, and computer repair and networking. Register now at global.uwi.edu/Bahamas or WhatsApp 456-6687. The University of the West Indies, Global Campus, the Bahamas.
Blessings gonna find me here.
It's me, Wednesday Addams. Your life just took a dark turn. I regret to inform you that I have devised the meal of misfortune with Wendy's. It's pure torture for your taste buds, with 4 nightmarish dips of dread. Don't waste my time asking which ones you'll get. You must surrender to your fate. Enjoy the anguish.
During Little Caesars Carnival of Specialties, you're gonna want to try everything. Like wearing a Balloon Man costume?
Or turning into a tuba?
No! Like trying all the varieties from the Carnival of Specialties at a special price for a limited time, only at Little Caesar.
For just $13 VAT inclusive, get it now at Little Caesars, Oaksfield, Carmichael Road, East Street South, Charles Saunders Highway, and Prince Charles in the One East Plaza.
Pizza.
And before we leave, National Youth Month launched today, kicking off celebrations recognizing the positive contributions of young people, youth leaders, and youth organizations to national development. Today, we highlight one of those organizations where young men are finding guidance through a program that has become more than just a stepping stone, but rather where character is built, dreams are nurtured, and futures are transformed. Amaya Moss has the story.
In the heart of Nassau, a quiet revolution is taking place, not with headlines or hashtags, but with the steady rhythm of marching boots, the laughter of boys at play, and the guidance of mentors committed to shaping young men for life. The Boys Brigade is the oldest uniformed Christian youth organization in the Bahamas and has been fostering character, discipline, and faith in young men for generations. President of the Bahamas National Council's Boys Brigade, Captain Darius Seeley, described the program as a family for young men, where guidance, encouragement, and the chance to grow into strong, responsible leaders is being offered.
We seek to develop boys through spiritual development, social development, physical activities, and of course, we assist them with their academic goals. Boys Brigade provides these boys with a direct example of what good Christian men look like. Many boys today, they are in need of father figures. They are in need of mentors and role models. And so they're able to find that in the Boys Brigade.
Captain Seeley reflected on the boy he once was. He was unsure, troubled, and searching for direction. However, he said the Boys Brigade became his anchor, guiding him through the storm. Now serving as president of the youth organization, he wants to remind young men that no matter how far you fall, a village is waiting to help you soar.
What people learn at a young age is like the Bible says, if you train up a child in the way he should go, when he is old, he will not depart from it. Many of them are lacking training. Many of them don't have a relationship with God. Many of them do not go to church. They don't have any respect for the value of human life.
For countless young men across the country, the Boys Brigade serves as a lifeline, a mentor, and a testament to the enduring power of guidance, faith, and unwavering support for this and future generations. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Amaya Moss.
Well, thanks, Amaya, and that does it for the National Report. But stay close. The Bahamas Tonight continues with Access Now.
A new era is dawning in Grand Bahama. An opportunity, it's knocking louder than ever. Introducing Tract B, Bahama Reef Yacht and Country Club, Unit 1. A prime corner commercial property, footsteps from the Port Lacaya Marketplace, crystal clear waters and white sandy beaches. This expansive 4.8-acre tract is zoned for commercial and multi-use development. Envision a thriving restaurant, a boutique hotel, or an entertainment hub unique to your vision come to life. You can live, work, play, and learn in paradise when you seize this rare opportunity today. Collaborate with DevCo and let's shape the future of Grand Bahama Island together.
Get to grow, keeping you in the know, keeping you in the know. God, it's good enough to eat, and it's good to grow. It's good enough to eat, and it's good to grow.
Tonight, a young farmer is turning heads and breaking ground. Devontae Roll, owner of Alpha Farm Elite Kingdom, is proving that farming isn't just about tradition. It's about passion, innovation, and heart. Now he's back in the spotlight as a nominee for Youth Farmer of the Year at this year's Agrarian Awards.
It's always been a passion of mine. Growing up, I do a lot of mixed farming, but mainly livestock, goats, pigs. I have chickens, I have ducks as well, also rabbits. It's always been something that I always wanted to do as a kid. Something I started from scratch. Wasn't inherited by any family or anything like that. It's just something that I am now trying to build and basically push it out there for a lot of young people like myself.
Roll says his love for animals first inspired him to build a farm that combines care with community.
Farming was always something that was in mind, and now that I'm old enough to pursue it, this is what I'm doing right now. So basically just my love for animals basically pushed me into this direction.
This year marks the second nomination for an Agrarian Award, a rare feat for someone so young. And he shared how it feels to be back in the running.
Being a second-time finalist in the Agrarian Award, it makes me feel appreciated, and it lets me know that people are out there seeing the work that I put in, knowing that it's a lot of hard work, and to see that people noticing me, and it makes me feel really good, about myself and about my work.
The Agrarian Awards ceremony is set for October 18th at the Atlantis Paradise Island Resort's Grand Ballroom. The celebration kicks off at 7 p.m., and all eyes will be watching to see if Devontae Roll takes home the title. Keeping you in the know with Good to Grow, I'm Leah Cooper.
Royal Caribbean comes with that bold Baja Bash. Our Daniel Dean was there and has the details ahead.
And People to People turns 50 years old, the golden age. And its organizers celebrate with an evening of Bahamian culture.
Plus, the founder of Sickle Talk is clearing up some misconceptions about sickle cell disease. She's setting the record straight tonight.
And coming up in sports, sad news for the sporting community. Sports legend Eddie Ford passes away.
Bahamas Tonight Access Now starts now.
An Irish proverb says you'll never plow a field if you only turn it over in your mind. Good evening, I'm Royce Jones.
And I'm Marlena Leonard. Welcome to the Bahamas Tonight Access Now.
The weekend is just around the corner, and I'm here to tell you, get your blanket, cut on those ACs nice and low, and snuggle up with ZNS, because it's going to rain all weekend, and you'll likely have to cancel those outdoor plans.
Well, you never know where the sunshine lurks, Royce. Now stop being such a negative Ned.
Oh, you don't believe me?
Oh, no, I have faith. I have faith the sun is coming out.
Basil will have the details in a weather report. And I'm telling you, something wicked is coming around with the rain. When it rains, it pours. But until we get to Basil, let's dive right into the news. For half a century long and going strong, one of our country's international partners' presence has been felt through various initiatives and influxes in stopover tourists. Now they've twisted things up a bit by ensuring their passengers caption the true essence of Bahamian culture, however little time they have, all through one event. Our Daniel Dean tells us more.
The Royal Caribbean Cruise Line has made the Bahamas a premier destination on its itinerary for over 50 years, according to Royal Caribbean International President and CEO Michael Bailey. And this year, the exclusive President's Cruise, via the group of companies' brand new Utopia of the Seas, has docked on our shores.
About 2,500 of those guests are our highest tier Pinnacle members, or the guests who sail with Royal Caribbean sometimes hundreds and hundreds of times. They love the brand, they love Royal Caribbean, we love them. So we have a special cruise every year. Thousands of people have come. We have parties and events. We have all kinds of great activities. And it's just a kind of a family affair.
The Bold Baja Bash, a party that embodies everything Bahamian, was launched Tuesday for the annual cruise's thousands of passengers.
The Bold Baja Bash is a partnership that we've developed with the Ministry of Tourism, a wonderful partnership in the Nassau Cruise Port, and so it's designed to bring the culture and the creativity of the Bahamas to life and to really showcase the food, the drinks, the music, the entertainment that you've seen, all of that to our guests and our visitors for the day.
Perfect Day at Coco Key, also part of the agenda. Royal Caribbean Bahamas President Philip Simon bragged the festivities were only a sneak peek of what's to come with the Royal Beach Club later this year. Reporting for the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Danielle Dean.
Thanks, Danielle. Well, to celebrate its golden anniversary of 50 years, tourism's People to People program hosted a cultural explosion at Government House last night. It was there that a little bit of storytelling took place. Alongside members of the Royal Bahamas Police Force Pop Band, the Eva Hilton Primary School Rake and Scrape Band, and the Rhythm and Motion Dance Troupe, they mesmerized attendees with their live performances. Governor General, Her Excellency Dame Cynthia Pratt, Director General of Tourism Latia Duncombe, Commissioner of Police Shanta Knowles, and People to People ambassadors were among dignitaries. Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Tourism, Investments and Aviation, the Honourable Chester Cooper, applauded the People to People ambassadors, not only for their contributions, but for transforming visitors into authentic ambassadors for this country.
In the world what it means to be Bahamian through your generosity of spirit that knows no bounds. Every hug, every laugh, every home-cooked meal has been a display of cultural tourism. And during this golden anniversary, your actions as ambassadors have reminded us that cultural tourism is about immersion and making genuine connections. Ambassadors, for your commitment to bringing diverse groups of people closer together, we are profoundly grateful.
Director of Family Island Development Bernadette Bastien says this cultural celebration is just one way to show appreciation to the ambassadors for their dedication and hard work in promoting the Bahamas for the past 5 decades.
They have truly put the Bahamas on the map and has really gave us the brand of our hospitable destination. It's the Bahamian people that have done that. So celebrating 50 years has been a significant journey. It's been a wonderful experience. And like I said, it's the people of the Bahamas who has really made it worthwhile.
Thank you for all your hard work in keeping the Bahamas on the map. Meanwhile, sickle cell disease is one of the most commonly inherited blood disorders, yet it's still surrounded by misconceptions and silence. For most people, red blood cells are round, soft, and carry oxygen smoothly throughout the body. But for people with sickle cell disease, those cells are shaped like a C. They're hard, they get stuck in blood vessels, and they block oxygen. But what's just as painful, says Decresia Bartlett, is the way people misunderstand what it means to live with the disease. A misconception she hears all the time that people living with sickle cell can't have full, successful lives.
It's important that we not look like what we go through, and I think that's the general thing with a lot of people with sickle cell disease, a lot of warriors as they're called, because it's just really hard. It's so hard mentally, physically, emotionally, socially. It is so hard, and I think it's also a common theme that we can't thrive because who's creating the environment for us to thrive? What is society doing to assist in thriving? What are our jobs doing? What are schools doing? What is the government doing? If we can implement programs and initiatives and just have campaigns and awareness, because I feel like people are unaware of the intricacies of sickle cell, how to prevent it. These are conversations that young kids should be having. You know, teach kids, go and get tested, go and say, hey, I want to have a sickle cell test, because it's not a normal or standard test when you go and say, I want to have a physical. You have to ask for it.
Her biggest plea for Bahamians to get tested.
In most cases, people may get tested at 1 year or when they go back for school checkups. A lot of people in the Bahamas today are living and have no idea that they carry the sickle cell gene. And that's a problem, because when you go out there and you have this gene and you fall in love and, you know, someone else, your partner has this gene as well, and both, unbeknown to you, go and procreate. Your child has this gene.
Still to come, slam the gavel. The case is closed. Judge Carroll joins us tonight to talk about an upcoming conference and a weather system is looming. Our meteorologist Basil Dean joins us on the other side of the break to tell us all about it. So stay close.
I like to listen to the stories on the radio when I ride in the car.
Students of Uriah McPhee Primary School were eager to share their love for reading during the school's recent assembly to celebrate UNESCO's International Literacy Day. 6th grade teacher and literacy coordinator Valencia Fernando reinforces that literacy development is paramount at her school.
UNESCO has started this initiative because it is children's fundamental right to be able to read and write. And here at Uriah, definitely that is our goal. Education is number one and paramount, and we need our children reading and writing. In this day and time, we're seeing that the children appreciate and like digital more than they like the traditional books. But we are trying to encourage them to still pick up the book, to read and turn the pages and what we would call smell the book and feel what the author intended them to feel. But we know that times are changing, and with the influx of all the cartoons and animations, we would like to incorporate those things into our educational as well.
And 6th grader Raphael Simon tells us the significance of Literacy Day for him.
How I can learn more about reading and writing, and how I can learn how to use other apps on my tablets and laptops. My favorite book is The Wizard of Oz. Because the way it is written, I like the parts and everything inside of it.
Read a book. Read one every day. Reading and writing is surely exciting. Reading is okay. And on that note, this is Ed Talk.
Can't help but smile when you shop the specials at Super Value and Quality Supermarkets. Country Bond Ketchup, 24 ounces, $1.89. Rainbow Mackerel, 15 ounces, $1.25. Fresh tomatoes, $1.89 per pound. Sweet tangerines, 2 for 99 cents. Fresh ground beef, $4.99 per pound. Which location you choose to save at is up to you, but you can save at any Super Value or Quality Supermarkets.
It's time for your Access weather forecast, and Tropical Storm Humberto continues to intensify. It's now packing winds of 60 miles per hour and will become a major hurricane as we head into the weekend. But we are keeping our eyes on this tropical wave, which is moving over some hostile environment near the Dominican Republic, and that will move into the southeast Bahamas tomorrow. All those showers and thunderstorms will continue to move up the island chain as we head into the weekend as well. And then we anticipate that a depression could form once it reaches the central and northwestern parts of the country, and there are a couple scenarios. The first one is that Humberto could very well steer us north and east away from us. Otherwise, it's going to continue moving towards the north and west. And our radar now is still showing that disjointed showers and thunderstorms associated with that system as it continues to undergo the hostile environments of that mountainous terrain. But once it gets into our warm waters by tomorrow, we will certainly see some intensification of that system. And your boating forecast tonight in the northwestern islands, easterly winds 10 to 15 knots, the wave heights 2 to 4 feet. The high tide will take place at 10:52. And for the central and southeastern islands tonight, east to southeast 15 to 20 knots, so we see those winds starting to increase. Wave heights will be bumping up 4 to 7 feet over the ocean, so we're asking small craft in the central and southeastern islands to exercise caution. And then on Friday in the northwestern islands, easterly winds again increasing 12 to 18 knots, wave heights 3 to 6 feet. with a moderate chop in place. The high tide tomorrow, 11:18 in the morning, with the low tide at 5:44 in the afternoon. And for the central and southeastern islands, east to southeast, 15 to 25 knots. Very rough sea conditions at 5 to 8 feet over the ocean, so we will have an advisory in place for boaters in the central and southeastern islands on Friday. And as we head into Saturday, those winds become northeast, 15 to 25 knots. Wave heights 5 to 8 feet. Now, the low tide on Saturday will occur at 5:35 in the morning, with the high tide at 12 noon. And for the central and southeastern islands, southeast at 20 to 30 knots. Seas 7 to 10 feet, so we're asking small craft to simply stay in port on Saturday. That's going to do it for your boating forecast. It's time now for your international temperatures, and they're brought to you by Royal Star Assurance.
You can't blame me. It's this red and spread you'll see. Music so sweet, it'll knock you off your feet. Blame it on a rake and scrape. 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 Blame it on a rake and scrape.
And that's going to do it for your international temperatures, brought to you by Royal Star Assurance. But join me at 11 o'clock for a full weather update. Marlena.
Thanks, Basil. Elevate and Empower with Elegance is the name of a conference hosted by our Judge Carol Munnings. Judge Carol, welcome again to Access Now.
Thank you for having me.
Now, Elevate and Empower with Elegance, it sounds like a very fancy 3-day experience. Can you tell us what this conference is about?
Yes, so this is a conference that's all about elevating, uplifting and empowering women who are facing the challenge with trying to balance, advancing in their careers with also, building and managing a family. And so the idea is to help these women as they are going through this journey and give them the tools and encouragement they need.
Wonderful. Now, as an organizer, where did the inspiration for this come from, and why now? Why did you decide that now is the time to do it?
Yes, so, I've had about 35 years in my professional career as a lawyer and a judge, and there was a big struggle for me, so it came out of my personal experience raising a family. I have 4 kids. I worked full-time throughout that entire period, and even today, I noticed that other women are having some of the challenges. It's very stressful, and so it's my way of giving back. Now that I've formally retired from practicing law and being a judge, it's my way of giving back and helping other women and encouraging them.
And so can you tell us who some of the presenters will be?
Oh, absolutely. So there are a great lineup. We have Bahamian presenters. For example, there's the entrepreneur, Dekel Quant, who's also known as Bowflex Barbie.
Yeah.
She's an entrepreneur. I've got Natisha Bain. She's an attorney and a partner at a law firm. There's Valdez Russell. He's a coach as well, and someone who encourages a lot. He'll be talking about confidence.
He's a very powerful speaker, yes.
Indeed, yes. And then there are international speakers. I have Danita Seju. She's a transformational coach, and Ausha Smith, who is a model and an entrepreneur and a stylist as well.
That is
and so
quite
we're
the
covering,
stacked lineup.
Yes, quite the gamut. And then on the VIP night, there's also going to be Gabrielle Gwyneth, who is a brand strategist. She's going to be speaking, and there's a special portrait lounge studio by Tanya Simone Photography, where you can have professional portraits taken at the VIP event.
And I feel like those are hard to come by, and trying to find the right person and that they're capturing you and not just a picture of you in a suit. It's hard to get that personality captured.
And we've got a special, the special feature is that the pictures will be available to you that evening on your phone. So if you get a VIP ticket, you get the branding package, the photo package, and then the exclusive dinner with the other guests. And so you get to have that networking in a very elevated and elegant atmosphere.
Incredible. And then after you've done those days at the conference, am I right? I heard there was a jazz element in there too. You get to have a concert?
Listen, so not just because I'm a judge means that I'm serious all the time. I like to have a good time as well.
Right.
In a very sort of sophisticated way. So there's going to be a jazz concert. The night is going to be at the Compass Rose Ballroom at Margaritaville. Yeah. So the ambiance is going to be special. We have the Encore Band 242. They normally play at a resort locally, and then we're bringing in Rhoda G, a jazz saxophonist. She plays all over the world internationally, and she's coming in from the States, and she's going to be performing. So we've got VIP lounge seating and regular seating, and it's a night that is going to be one to remember.
It definitely sounds like something you don't want to miss. Now, can you tell us when and where it's going to be?
Oh, so it's going to be October 3rd and 4th. That's October 3rd is a Friday, and the 4th is a Saturday at the British Colonial Hotel. That's where the sessions, the conference sessions are going to be, and parking is included with your ticketing.
Perfect.
And the VIP, so both of those will be at British Colonial, and the jazz concert is going to be that night at 8 p.m. at Margaritaville Resort. So persons can get tickets at judgecarroll.net at the website, right? And or 828-5878. They can send a WhatsApp, and it's going to be really spectacular. I am super excited.
I'm excited. Well, Judge Carroll, it goes without saying, it's always a pleasure having you with us on Access Now, and I can't wait to see what comes out of this event.
Thanks.
And, you know, it also goes without saying that it's time for us to check in with ZNS Total Sports to see what's on tap.
Eddie Ford passing away at 77. Details of that story and more coming up in sports.
Hey, it's your honorary pump attendant back again with another episode on the do's and don'ts at a service station. Let's go. What you ain't gonna do is just pull up to any dispenser and put the nozzle inside your car without reading the signs. Because if you put the wrong fuel inside your car and the car mess up, you could be mad at us, all right? And then you have to walk a catch bus for about 3 to 18 months. What you're supposed to do is read the signs. We place signs all over the dispenser to tell you which fuel is which. Because you put the wrong one in the car, say bop, and you could be mad at us. You could be, oh, what happened to my car? No, it's you who ain't read. It say diesel, diesel, one word, diesel. You got up, and you mad at us. Read, that's all you have to do.
Come and visit us at Shop Smart, 'cause everything is here.
Yes, we have it all for you. Toys, clothing, office supplies, appliances, custom cut blinds, bedding, drapes, and rugs. Come and visit us on Mackey Street, 2 blocks down from Wolf Road. Call us at 698-1052.
Shop Smart, Shop Smart, at Shop Smart. Oh, everything is here.
Bang ding. Ding bang ding. Ding ding dong. Bang bang bang. Ding bang ding. Ding bang ding. Ding ding dong. Bang bang bang. Ding bang ding. Ding bang ding. Ding bang ding. Ding ding dong.
Are you a talented musician ready to take your passion to the next level? Then the Bahamas National Youth Choir is the place to be. Auditions are now open for the month of September to persons ages 15 to 25 years old. We offer 2 exciting options: concert choir for those who enjoy classical and traditional music, and show choir for those who want to perform in a more theatrical setting. Don't miss your chance to be a part of an incredible musical journey. To set up your audition appointment, email us at bnycsecretary@gmail.com. Let your voice be heard with the Bahamas National Youth Choir.
Welcome to your Thursday Sports Check, everyone. I'm Amajal Knowles. We top off tonight's sportscast on a somber note as the local sporting community mourning the death of one of the country's greatest athletes from one of the more prominent sporting families in the Bahamas. Eddie Ford passing away last night in hospital after a battle with a long-time illness. Ford is considered one of, if not the most versatile athletes the country has ever seen. A stellar cricket player, Widely recognized as the first Bahamian to score 100 points in a local basketball game, and his prowess on the baseball diamond was unmatched in the minors in the MLB, and then dominating on the local scene, winning the Triple Crown, then giving back to the game, serving for years as an umpire. ZNS sports team catching up with his younger brother Andy Ford and nephew Charlie Major in the family's homestead, who spoke about Eddie's legacy.
Well, Eddie, my brother Eddie, he's probably one of the greatest athletes, or the best athlete that ever hit this country. You know, he was well gifted in every sports he played: baseball, softball, basketball, cricket. He's the only person that scored 100 points in basketball, and he was very talented, and he was such a gifted athlete and a gifted brother to us. Well, as an example, he said we always wanted to be like Eddie. People say want to be like Mike. You know, he always wanted to be gifted like Eddie, you know, but he was just such a natural person. But he set the table for us, you know, it was something that we should to go at. He was always there to helpful with us. He's always there on the field with us. We played together, you know, as we got older, you know, he taught us a few things, you know, he worked with us. And also he's always a good family man. He's always around. He's always helpful around the place, around the house. And he was just such a joyful fella, you know, and he loved Junkanoo just as much as he loved sports.
Well, like Andy said, everybody wanted to be like Eddie. Eddie, you know, people say the Fords were this, but we got that persona playing sports because of Eddie. Eddie never wanted to lose, and that was in our genes. You know, we go to win, you know, and if we lose, we upset. And that's what it is. And, you know, we can fight on the field, not off the field. We can in the diamond. You know, Eddie was one of the greatest athletes this country's ever produced. You played baseball, you played basketball, you played softball, one of the greatest cricketer. You understand? You fellas like Eddie Ford, unsung hero, has gone.
Also weighing in on Ford's passing would be the nation's chief Prime Minister, Honorable Philip Davis, saying in a statement he was saddened to hear of the passing of Eddie Ford. His name has long been spoken with respect in the country and for good reason, adding that Eddie was an athlete of rare ability, that he could step on to a baseball diamond, a basketball court, a cricket pitch, or softball field and make an immediate difference. Adding that Eddie's story is a part of the Bahamian story. He showed that greatness can come from our own neighborhoods, our own schools, and from our own fields. He proved that a boy from the Bahamas could stand tall in any arena, and his legacy is not only in the records he set or the titles that he earned, but in the generations of young athletes he inspired. Also offering his condolences on the passing of Ford would be the country's sports minister, Honorable Mario Bolek, releasing a statement today, adding that Ford was a true giant of Bahamian sport, similarly noting his accomplishments across several sporting disciplines, adding that beyond these achievements, he gave back selflessly to the sports he loved, serving as an umpire and, of course, mentor to younger athletes. His dedication, skill, and spirit ensured his influence would extend past his playing career, noting that Ford was inducted into the Bahamas Sports Hall of Fame in 2016, a lasting recognition of his extraordinary feats, adding that his legacy will live on for years, closing with him extending condolences to his family. Eddie Ford was 77 years old. And that's been a look at your sports on this Thursday. I'm Amajal Knowles, signing out until tomorrow.
Here at Solomon's, we don't just believe in great brands. We believe in creating unforgettable memories and celebrating everyday living with you and your family. Every aisle is filled with all you need. A great value with variety and a selection of all your favorite groceries and products. Saving you time and keeping you on a budget. Great food changes everything. Shop at your local Solomon's for food, for family, for you.
Hello, bonjour, hola, hello, ciao.
No matter where your passport takes you, BTC roaming keeps you effortlessly connected. Enjoy seamless calls, lightning-fast data, and affordable roaming across the globe. No SIM swaps, no stress. Just one network, working everywhere. So go ahead, explore the world, and still be just a call away from home.
Throughout our lifetime, we must all make decisions. No matter how we choose, the right one just needs to be made. Like having J.S. Johnson Insurance Agents and Brokers as your insurance partner. We've been serving the Bahamas for over 100 years. Whether you need home, motor, marine, or commercial insurance, make the right decision. Call 397-2100 or visit jsjohnson.com.
JS Johnson Insurance, peace of mind.
It's Bahamas' biggest night this November 1st. Join Alliance Promotions, YBE Promotions, Bahamas Ministry of Tourism, and Bahamas Air as they present the Fall in Love 90s R&B Concert Series at the National Stadium Ground, performing for the first time. Tyrese comes to Bahamas to deliver an unforgettable performance. Also performing R&B sensation Uncle Sam. Get ready for Deborah Cox. The Fall in Love 90s R&B Concert Series, Saturday, November 1st at the National Stadium Ground. Nassau. Tyrese, Uncle Sam, and Deborah Cox. Advance tickets are available now at all Cash and Go locations. Or log on to cashandgobahamas.com. For info, call 242-427-8111 or call 242-357-0116. Be there.
Sting Junkanoo Group is celebrating 25 years of music, and you're invited to the greatest show ever. Counting down the years, performing hit song after hit song. BVS, Colin McDonald, KB, Dyson Knight and D-Mac. Saturday, November 1st at the Farm Marshall Road, 8 p.m. until. Tickets can be purchased online at www.bahamaseattickets.com for your skybox or to be a food vendor. Call 424-6433, 477-0191. Sponsored by ZNS, Island Luck TV, The Farm, Gatorade Today and Co. Limited, Crystal Minute and Associates.
Welcome back. The shot you're looking at comes courtesy of our drone pilot, Kyson Miller. It's a shot of downtown Nassau if you're heading east. Good job there, Mr. Miller. It's time to board our flight to Exuma. Let's go.
Now that we've landed in Exuma, a new wave of support is rolling through Exuma, and it's not just the tide. Local businesses are throwing their weight behind the Exuma Sailing Club, ensuring the island's rich maritime tradition stays strong for generations to come. With the wind at their back and the community by their side, the Exuma Sailing Club is seeing a surge in support from small shops to big brands. Absolutely everyone's on board.
Exemplifies what happens when a community gets behind a club and a program for the kids. We have incredible support from locals and businesses in Exuma, and that's really the only way this club is allowed to function the way it is with as many boats and as many kids as we have. We wouldn't be able to do it with our own pocket. We wouldn't be able to do it with support from one person, but with support from a lot of people, it really does work. And we've had people help us with new boats. We've had people help us with rental boats during regatta, like at Men's Water Sports. We've had the Bahamas Fast Ferries help us with transportation of boats to and from regattas. We've had the hotels help us with rooms for race committee during regattas. So we can't thank everybody enough. Everybody in some way helps this club. It may not be just with cash, but it might be with time, it might be with products, it might be with services. And that's really what helps us offer regattas here in Exuma. It helps us offer sailing for free for the young boys and girls of Exuma.
And that support isn't just coming in waves, it's coming together. From Marlin's gift shop to Era Real Estate, businesses are linking arms to keep sailing alive for the next generation.
Coming on board is even more significant that we support this club, support our young people in this initiative that we would always have sailing in our schools, hopefully, and out there in the community. So as the old sailors fade away, the young ones can come in and replace, and the sport will never die. And so Marlin's gift shop saw it fit to be a part of this, because anything that deals with the youth, the future of our nation, is something that we'd like to be a part of, and to encourage them into being involved in something positive.
We decided to come out and sponsor the Sunfish for the junior sailing program here in Great Exuma. It's an honor to be a part of this community and to contribute to youth development and sail. I grew up sailing. My father grew up sailing competitively, and it just makes sense for us to pass that torch on and help these young kids to find something great to do here.
Community sponsorship, good news for young sailors of Exuma. Marlena?
Good news indeed, Royston. Well, peas and rice and all that's nice. As Bahamians, we have no clue how much rice we eat. Rice is almost an automatic side dish in a lot of Bahamian homes, and one American lady who's married to a Bahamian man took notice. And here's Matea Cunningham, and let's talk socials.
This one's hilarious and sweet at the same time. Dawn Will, an American woman married to a Bahamian man, is going viral for sharing her latest cultural revelation. She now cooks rice every single Sunday. Why? Because apparently she had no idea how much rice Bahamians actually eat. Take a look at this.
Yeah, I cook rice every Sunday. Why? Because I'm married to a Bahamian. So remember that before you book one of these Negroes. They like rice.
Her clips are both comedic and heartwarming, showing the struggle of learning a new culture, one pot of rice at a time, and also the love and effort she puts into embracing her husband's traditions. Social media is loving it, with viewers laughing along and sharing their own culture shock in the kitchen stories. So here's the question. Would you master a weekly Bahamian staple just for love, or would the rice pressure be too real? That's what's trending on social media today. I'm Matea, and this is Let's Talk Socials, as always.
Thanks, Matea. I don't know if I'd be losing a stripe on my Bahamian card, but I'm a big fan of peas and rice like that.
I'm allergic to peas.
Oh.
So, we're not doing very well.
No, two of us. That does it for Access Now for tonight. Make sure to join us tomorrow night for Entertainment Friday.
And stay tuned for the last newscast of the night with Corvell Pyfram. Good night, everybody.
At Harold One, I'm Ted Jervis, and this is ZNS.
Boys and girls, leaders from all generations, good evening and welcome to the Rundown on Leadership, the place you come to grow, stretch, and challenge yourself when it comes to all things leadership. I'm your host, Ahmad Shaw Thompson. I want to thank you for joining us tonight. We are always grateful that you continue to run it down with us week after week. We do not take it lightly because we really do know that you can be anywhere else on a Thursday evening, but you continue to join us every week. Before I go any further, I have to wish my beautiful baby sister, Mrs. Adia Kalmer, a very happy birthday. You are indeed the light. I'm so grateful to have you as my sister. I love you always, and I wish you to have a wonderful birthday. Now, down to business. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the first time in the history of the planet that there are up to 6 generations in one organization. That's right, 6 generations. From the time that God said, let there be light, there's never ever been until now up to 6 different generations in one organization. Team members as young as 18 years old are working alongside team members who are up to 70 years old. The world of work continues to change, continues to evolve, and continues to demand more of us as leaders. Technology is advancing, workforces are changing, expectations are shifting, and if you are still holding on to what worked yesterday, you are already behind today and will certainly be irrelevant tomorrow. It's as simple as that. With all this change and all this evolution, so many leaders and organizations alike are committing an 8-word offense daily, allowing those 8 words to divide their organizations, creating silos and cliques that do not serve the organization or take it forward. Those 8 words, this is the way we've always done it. Whew. Such a short statement, such a diabolical impact on progress. It is a statement and sentiment that's so often held onto by so many leaders. It's rooted in comfort, it's rooted in stagnation, and it is an indictment on the leaders who use it daily. The fact of the matter is, the only thing that grows in your comfort zone is your waistline. Just like that. The only thing that grows in your comfort zone is your waistline. As leaders, we have a responsibility to advance our organizations, not keep them stuck. We have a duty to take our team members where we've never been. And another fact is that it's impossible to go where you've never been by doing what you've always done. Tonight, we're going to talk about this ideology and the mindset that continues to hold so many organizations hostage. This concept of we've always done it that way is holding you back. And tonight's show will indeed release you. I am joined tonight by two powerhouse HR and business leaders who will help us to break free of the bondage of always doing it that way. Tonight, we welcome back Mrs. Patrice G. Taylor, and we welcome for the first time Mrs. Alana McCartney. Together, we are going to run it down in a major way. So as always, I want you to hit that share button, text a friend, tag a colleague, tell that leader who uses that statement all too often that we are about to have a transformational conversation that they must be a part of. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Rundown on Leadership, and your breakthrough is right after this break.
Are you a talented musician ready to take your passion to the next level? Then the Bahamas National Youth Choir is the place to be. Auditions are now open for the month of September to persons ages 15 to 25 years old. We offer two exciting options: concert choir for those who enjoy classical and traditional music, and show choir for those who want to perform in a more theatrical setting. Don't miss your chance to be a part of an incredible musical journey. To set up your audition appointment, email us at bnycsecretary@gmail.com. Let your voice be heard with the Bahamas National Youth Choir.
Welcome back, everyone, and welcome to the show, ladies. Before I go any further, I want to preface this conversation with who these ladies are. Alana McCartney was my first HR director when I first started working at Scotiabank, what seems like eons ago. And she, to me, embodied what HR meant, what HR is. So it's an honor to have you here with us, Alana. And of course, you all know Patrice was here a couple of weeks ago, and she is someone that I look up to daily. We walk this journey of leadership, consulting on a regular basis, but we rely on one another.
Yes.
We call on one another, and we encourage one another, because this is not an easy road.
Ooh.
As somebody would say, Bob Marley, somebody said, I don't know who said it. But tonight we're talking about this construct of this is the way we've always done it, and how dangerous and detrimental it is to the success of business, to the ongoing of an organization, but also to the development of team members. When you hear this statement, this is the way we've always done it, what comes to mind first of all?
Lack of innovation.
Lack of innovation.
Status quo. Stuck. Lack of growth. Failure. Or fear of.
Fear of failure as well. Why is that important, Alana?
It keeps you stuck. It makes that complacency zone that you're in your comfort zone.
Yeah.
And who wants to come out of their comfort zone? It's easy just to stay there. Yeah, you know, it's warm and it's cozy, but no. We can't suffer from complacency.
Indeed. That failure and the fear of failure. So many leaders, so many organizations are bound to it. Talk about that in the context of the workplace. Why are people afraid to move away from what we've always done? And why is there this fear that we may fail if we do?
I think it's on two fronts that there's an issue. The first one being lack of self-confidence. Insecure leaders want to keep things the way they are. When they feel other people are coming in and it's going to dim their light, it becomes a problem for them. So from the perspective of that insecure leader, you see that they want to keep things the way that they've always been. I remember, Ahmad, when I started a new job, I was given a role to play. And the young man that was charged with mentoring me, he showed me how to do something, and I said, well, why do you do it that way? He said, don't ask why we do it that way. He said, just do it. He said, that's the way it's always been done.
Wow.
Now, that technique that he gave me caused me to work late every night. I said, this is not gonna work, right? And so I took some time and did it, found another way to do it. Now, he wasn't happy with that. But what did it do? It brought efficiency to the way that we did things, and it helped the entire team, not just me, right? So what I saw with him was he was afraid to have his light dimmed by me. And that's what happens when people are insecure in who they are. That's the first thing. When they lack self-awareness, we know what that does, right? When you're not aware of what your strengths are, what your weaknesses look like. When other people come in, it threatens your stability. So that's the one thing. The other thing about why it's so detrimental, right? What's going on when we see that wanting to hold on to the status quo is people don't trust other people, right? They don't believe that because you have a different solution, it can work. They're afraid to try it because they don't trust people. And then again, that goes right back to what I was talking about, right? It comes from a lack of self-awareness, a lack of self-confidence, and insecurity. So we see that when people when they think about themselves and not the good of the team, status quo thinking is what prevails.
But Alana, okay, I hear you, Patrice, right? But Alana, what happens when what we've always done is work? Ain't nothing broke, ain't nothing, the customer's happy to an extent, the employees has come to work. They may not be happy, but they're present. What happens when what we've always done is working for us right now?
Then you're never rethinking what you do. You're never rethinking to innovate what you do. If it's working well today, it doesn't mean it's going to be working that well 10 years from now. So you should constantly be rethinking, is this the way to do this? Sure, my people are happy, but is this the way we should continue doing this given the trends that are coming, given what we see, given what new businesses may be coming and what their focus area is? Do we need to catch up, or will we be like that ostrich and keep our head in the sand because we're happy?
That's important. I think when we think of leaders who cling so tightly to the old systems, the old processes, even when they are no longer working, you mentioned, Patrice, it is to an extent fair. It's insecurity. I find that when leaders are prepared to put themselves in the box of stuck, because of what I believe you're coming to take from me, right? Versus the potential I see in you and creating an opportunity for you to actually bloom in that potential. Why shouldn't leaders hold on to the fear, and why should they release it instead? What's at risk if they remain fearful?
Because there's no growth in fear, right?
Exactly.
You know, people like to say, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. It's working fine. If it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? But guess what? What if we find a way to fix it so that even though it's not broken, it's better.
It's better.
Right?
What if we find a way to fix it so that even if it's not broken, it's better? Everybody likes better.
Absolutely.
Better doesn't necessarily have to mean bigger or more expensive. It just means, is there a better way to do what we've always done for so long?
Absolutely.
From your perspective, how does this syndrome, if you will, show up in the policies and practices at work? In terms of people decisions, the way we engage our team members, our clients, how does this this same old mindset show up in the way we do our policies, Alana?
It shows up in a way that your organization doesn't evolve. It can't evolve if you're continuing to perpetuate the same cycles. It stunts the growth of you looking at someone differently. If Ahmad comes into my organization today, and Ahmad is different than the Patrice in the blue, and you know, Ahmad comes in his salmon-colored pants and his whatever tennis shoes, but he's bright. If I don't look at you, I stunt my growth. I'm shooting myself in the foot. You bring the ability to cause my organization to evolve in some way, shape, or form. That innovative thinking, your new approach, keeps me current. If I don't look at you, I stay stuck. I don't grow. I eventually die.
That question, that statement you said the gentleman made, thank you so much for that, Alana. You said the gentleman said, don't ask me why, miss. Do what I say do, and this is what we've always do. How we live in a world now, Patrice, Alana, where the 18-year-old, the 21-year-old, the 24-year-old, mister, this is my last hour. I go to lunch and I'm never coming back. So you to tell me this is the way we've always done it, and that's supposed to just ride along with that. What is at risk in this multi-generational workforce? Because my parents, people who I came out under, would say, you know what? I can send my prayers and I can hold on to that. I get this. There's a good job. I want to be stability. This generation today is less interested in your mix-up and more interested in their mental freedom, their mental sanity, sorry.
Exactly.
What is at risk if this individual, perpetrates that mindset with every employee, much less one?
Turnover. Lack of engagement.
Yeah.
Well, they go together. Lack of engagement equals turnover at some point. So when you have this multi-gen, I heard you say that there are six generations, right? Up to 6. We know that that begins with the silent generation. Those are the ones that ends at 1945. So those are the ones that are being brought back as consultants, right?
Yes. Still capable, still sharp.
Still sharp, have a lot of experience.
Institutional knowledge.
Right. But that technological skills, those are lacking, right? So now we have coming in that 6th generation called that alpha generation, right? They're the ones that are very technologically savvy. They're also the ones that have this global mindset because to them the world is small.
Very small.
Very small,
From the
right?
airport to ZNS, this is the world.
Exactly, right? So now you see where there should be this mixing of the generations. But what happens is that there's a division. Why? Because I want to hold on to the way it's always been. I'm that baby boomer. I'm that Generation X. I won't say which one I belong to. And I'm...
You know, he's a millennial, on the low spectrum.
Yeah, on the low spectrum, right? But now we have the millennials. Now we have the Gen Z, the Gen Z, sorry. And we have the alphas who, guess what? I need to feel like I'm a part of something big.
Yes.
And if you don't keep me involved and a part of this big thing that we are creating, not you.
Yes.
That we are creating, man, I have options.
And I gone.
I am gone.
I will explore those options very willingly, very carefully, and very quickly.
And guess what? One of those options means I'm going to explore entrepreneurship.
Yes, sir.
I don't have to be boxed in by you. And so when this happens in the workplace and these generations don't come together, what we find is workplaces that are stagnant, workplaces that are not thriving, that are toxic, their cultures are toxic, but most of all, they have a turnover issue. Trying to figure out why.
Yeah, blaming HR.
Blaming HR.
Always.
It's HR issue. Y'all can't find good talent. Y'all can't find good talent, but we're not doing our best to involve the good talent that we found. And when you have this idea that an 18-year-old can connect with a 69-year-old and literally transform the world, what that 69-year-old has lived through, seen, and experienced, that 18-year-old cannot even imagine. But the way that 18-year-old will solve a problem, will pick up their phone and have the answer in 0.2 seconds and blow that person's mind away, that could be magic.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I think...
Absolutely. That's an opportunity.
It's an opportunity.
Yeah, absolutely.
To be a leader in today's world, to be a leader in a multi-generational workforce is a gift.
Yes.
If everybody has the same perspective, the same way of doing things, we are in, my grandma would say, in a tight.
Yeah.
Right? You'd be in trouble. Because we are in an opportunity now, ladies, where the world is as small as we want it to be or as big as we want it to be.
Absolutely.
And to your point, Patrice, these individuals are less interested in this stability and stickability versus their sanity.
That's right.
And if I'm going to be told by someone coming in on day one, don't ask me why I just do what I say, day one is their last.
Exactly.
These people clocking out and they ain't coming back.
They quit from the first day, right?
Come on.
And the worst thing you can have in an organization is a quiet quitter.
Oh, man.
We know that. It's better for them to leave, but boy, if they stay. If they quit and they stay.
Exactly. That's a different thing altogether.
Right?
So, ladies and gentlemen, we are obviously just getting started with this conversation. We're talking about this statement that's held back so many organizations, so many people, so many leaders. This is the way we've always done it. We are breaking this cycle tonight, and your breakthrough will continue right after this break. Stay close.
As we continue to develop the orange economy of the Bahamas and empower our artists and artisans, we as a government intend to show tangible support. We are therefore requesting our Bahamian artists and artisans to submit images of their handmade authentically made Bahamian products and prices as we move to produce a live digital booklet with Bahamian-made works. With the creation of a live booklet, artisans can always submit new works to be included. It is our intent to use this book as a catalog for the purchase of items by all senior government officials for gifts, display items, and the like. Ministers, permanent secretaries, members of parliament, and ambassadors will be supporting our orange economy by the purchase of items and in sharing this book to the wider global creative community. We are committed to grow and expand the orange economy of the Bahamas.
After 30 years of banking, I've decided to take a leap of faith. I moved from banking into an untapped industry, which is manufacturing in the Bahamas. And now we are standing on 3 acres of land on which we're going to be putting the Bahamas' first end-to-end plastic recycling company, Eden Recycling and Manufacturing Company Limited. Eden has 2 arms, recycling and manufacturing.
This is groundbreaking for us. It's never been done before. It really makes a difference, not only in the Bahamas, but even around the world. This is not just a project that we're doing so that we can make a couple of dollars. We want to make sure that it benefits those who come after us. In future generations, we hope that this is a small vision, that they will take it and they'd expand on it. We can have the formula for what it means to do end-to-end recycling in the Bahamas, in the region, and even if we have to export these ideas and thoughts and concepts even into the U.S.
Welcome back, everyone. If you're just joining us, my guests tonight are Mrs. Patrice Taylor and Mrs. Alana McCartney. We're talking about how you can break free from the notion of we've always done it this way. This is the way we've always done it. Now, ladies, this is a real-time conversation, right? We're talking about situations that are not always ideal. How have you dealt with this notion when you've been confronted with it yourself in the workplace? How have you challenged the status quo? And what happens when you're met with pushback and disdain versus acceptance? How do you do that? When does that happen to you, if it has? And if it has happened, what do you do in the process?
Emotional intelligence.
Maturity. Confidence.
Yes.
Emotional intelligence. You have to know how to approach people. You have to know how, for me, okay, so for me, I'll tell you a man, I'm reformed. Because I was one of those, honestly, listen, my truth, right?
Yes, ma'am.
I was one of those persons who, if I got that pushback, I got offended.
Wow.
Easily.
Yes.
That was me, but my 360-degree appraisal told me that.
Yeah.
And I had to go self-reflect, introspect, and then self-regulate, right? But when you meet leaders like that, like I was, who don't want to shift, what do? You step back. And that's why it's important that you have to understand where people are coming from, and that takes emotional intelligence. You have to understand the background. You have to understand that they are in a different generation.
Yes. They see the world differently.
They see the world differently. And the only way to do that is to exercise, to learn the skill called emotional intelligence. Because, of course, it's a skill that can be learned.
Absolutely.
Right? So you have to, first of all, know you. So I know what my triggers are. So you coming at me in a certain way, I have to know my triggers. I also need to know how to regulate.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So that, because at the end of the day, leadership is always about trying to get that person from where they are to where they need to be. And if I'm going to offend you, that's not going to happen. So that makes me a poor leader. And so as I go, I think I see it more with clients, right? And so as I go as a consultant into organizations where I see that happening, where we have leaders that are having a chokehold on the way, literally, and you know, Ahmad, a chokehold on the way that they think things should be. What happens is now we need to go in, and what I do is make sure that we stress what emotional intelligence looks like, right? How do you approach person A versus person B? Because there's no one size fit all when it comes to leadership, right? You have to lead people where they are and help them to get to where they need to be. So the way I approach it is take that step back, know me first, because I can't pour out of an empty jug. Know me first, and this is what I tell leaders: know yourself first, and then see what you're dealing with, and know how you can help people to change. Perception is reality, you know.
100%.
It's reality. So if I perceive situations or the way it should be as the reality, how is that going to change?
Wow, that's so good. Alana.
I'm going to say that's a double-edged sword as well, because the way I would approach the change, right? I see something. I'm confident in the fact that this is going to improve the way we do business today. I am committed to seeing that to the end. I then have to sell that to my boss to say, sir, ma'am, if we do it this way, this is the benefit of this. And then I need to be prepared to go and do it. And you may be doing that on your own without support of a team.
That's good.
But be committed to getting it done. And without fear of who's looking at you, who she thinks she is, blah, 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 blah. You go ahead, you stay focused, and you finish. And then you measure those results, and you broadcast that success.
You got to see it through.
You have to.
Because you could be excited about the notion, excited about the idea, convinced it will take us to the next level, but what if you're the only one that will be able to see it through?
You have to be prepared to carry it through.
That's good. You've worked with organizations that are global in its reach, Alana, and sometimes change is not easy to do when there's a global force behind it, right? When this is indeed the way.
The trend.
Darling, you don't come with your brand new idea around here because this is what's working for us. How do you encourage anyone in leadership right now, whether that's in HR leadership, business leadership, CEO, junior leader, that has ideas that can advance us, but is held back by a global force that's saying, if we can't do it there, we can't do it here?
That highlights the importance of having allyship and sponsorship. And your sponsorship cannot be, if you in a global company, it has to be within your global community as well as in your local community, and vice versa. Once you have your sponsorship, you may be given the green card to say, we may not do this here, but if you can do this here and adapt it to your local environment, that's a blueprint that we could possibly follow when we get there. You could be at the forefront of change for that organization in that particular thing if you do it correctly.
Go ahead.
I would say too, just to add to that, Alana, I agree. Influence is going to be very important there.
Come on.
You have to have influence. So you have to then, as a leader, as a professional, you then have to know how to speak the language. You know, you have to have that presence. You have to have the ability to have people listen to you. You have to have the communication skills to do that. And sometimes when that's lacking, you can have, you know, as Alana said, you can have the will and the stamina to just push it through. But if you don't have those things to go along to armor you, to carry it through, then it falls to the ground. And you find that it maybe then it comes down to you saying, well, I need to exit this environment because it's not happening. Whereas it takes some things coming from you, right, to make sure that you garner that level of influence.
And in some cases, that influence will come as you build those relationships.
Absolutely.
We've all been victim of the statement, because it's you, that's straight. Only because it's you. I absolutely loathe that statement because it makes me feel like, well, if it wasn't me, then this
somebody
whole
else
thing
wouldn't stand a
would just be in trouble.
That's right.
But I teach in my sessions all the time that every employee needs a board of directors. You need some fans, some people who will always check you and keep it 100 with you no matter what. Ahmad, you know better than that. You should be focused on this, focus on that. People who will see you and see your potential at all times and will, at any cost, remind you of where you're going, not where you are right now.
Absolutely.
You then need that sponsor level board of director, that person who is above you in leadership, in trajectory, and influence, right? They are the ones sitting at the table that can call your name and say, man, listen, you all thought about Patrice for this role? What about Alana for that? I remember her working on Project A, and she seemed very keen and capable, right? And then you also need a critic or two. Some people who can't stand your guts.
Good for you.
They ain't on your run. They don't like you. They hate to see you come in. But they are fully aware of that potential and the gifting behind it. You need the critic to stand and say, you know what? Even though I ain't on a run like that, this girl's sharp. This young man, he onto something. So they are able to now give you insight that your fans might not.
So true.
Because they can do it with a little bit of disdain, and try to get you a little bit.
Yes.
But they're going to give you some context that will build your influence over time.
And
that all comes through relationship building.
Absolutely. Correct.
All necessary.
Correct.
The board of directors will help you to get in the rooms that you wouldn't necessarily get into on your own. And when you think about how those employees, once they find their voice, once they get their influence, how should they go about trying to disrupt the whole thing? Because you don't want to set the place on fire, but you also don't want to leave this thing the way you met it. How do you take that on?
You have to be strategic in your approach.
Yeah.
And you have to align whatever that thing is that you want to promote to whatever that business strategy is at that particular point in time.
You have to connect the dots.
You have to make the connection. Because if you're shooting, the Wild Wild West without focus, then it's for naught.
Yeah.
But if you align it with whatever that organization's mission is at that point in time, it's easy to get that buy-in and support.
That's right.
As long as you can speak to change and show that change, the potential change from that, you win.
Yeah.
The ROI.
Indeed,
You win.
Indeed. I also like to use the COI, the cost of an action.
Oh, cost of inaction. Oh, that's good.
You want study this and study that and study this and study that. The longer you wait, the longer we suffer.
Absolutely.
There is a cost associated with inaction. And yes, you want the ROI. Yes, you want the return on investment. Yes, you want to see what this will yield, what kind of results this will yield in time. But if you do nothing, there's a cost for that as well.
Yes.
Right? There is a huge cost that that will likely overshadow that return when you decide to make the decision.
Yeah.
We're not purporting. We're not asking you, we're not asking you to make ill thought out decisions.
Correct.
Slap judgments and move out the hem of your seat of your hem, whatever I'm trying to say. But ultimately, we're asking you to not waste time overthinking things that can radically be seen as a solution.
Correct.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
It does.
Right? And I think when we as leaders hold on to what's familiar, what feels good, what is always working. My grandmother is 90 years old, y'all. She turned 90 on September 3rd. And my Grammy is a baker, and she was a hairstylist, right? For all of her life. When she was 18, she was doing it. She was baking when she was 12 years old.
Wow.
And one time we bought her a mixer, a KitchenAid fancy mixer. And my Grammy is talking at a whisper when she's shouting. But when she saw that KitchenAid mixer in her kitchen, the holler she hollering. This blasphemy! Get us out of my kitchen! I'm like, whoa. First of all, Mom, this blasphemy costs plenty money.
They're not cheap.
You gotta hold your head. Second of all, what's going on? This thing, I can't guarantee the results of this thing. My customers are accustomed to Miss Mackey needing dough on 99 times on each side. Mom, I'm sure that works, but perhaps this can too. Get out of my kitchen, she don't want it. COVID came, right? About 3 years later. COVID came, so this is now about 2022. She called me, baby, that mixer you had the other day, where you get that from? I said, I can get it, what you need. I saw one of my people on Food Network using one just like it. And she was able to do twice as much, if not more than that, in one sitting. Okay. I said, no problem, say less, we can go get it for you. We bought it again. And her concern was, I'm not prepared to stay stuck, but I can't trust this just yet.
Yes.
Right? We are leading generations, or mixing these generations where those baby boomers and Gen Xs are skeptical of change.
Yes.
They're not averse to it, but man, hold on. What this can cost me in the long run? So my Grammy's concern was, I don't want to risk the quality that my customers have come to appreciate from Miss Mackey. If I take this machine and it make me look like I can't bake no more, what they can do? They can lose faith in Miss Mackey. Miss Mackey can lose her stance in the community. So she was afraid to take the risk because of what she thought it could cost her. And so many leaders are just like that.
That's right.
Listen, man, I feel like it's a good idea, but man, y'all, our customers ain't complaining. Our employees ain't making no noise. So they feel like this is the best way to do it. My grandmother came to her own self.
That's it.
And sometimes in business, we don't have the time for the leader to realize that, after years and years and years, this is the best way to do it. How do we convince the leader that's like, man, listen, I hear you, Alana, but for Lord's sake, we gotta study it some more, we gotta do some more research. When you know for a fact this is gonna make the difference. How do we get them to move on? What do we do? What's our strategy?
Training.
That's when we work on starting to develop key competencies, right? And the key competencies that are tied to innovation and change and adaptability and communication and relationship building.
Yes.
So you have a team that may not be so open to those things, then we strengthen those competencies, make them more comfortable with it, and then you get to move them forward.
Absolutely.
Introduce a new way of seeing the world without making me feel like I'm the problem.
Correct. Absolutely. Correct.
Because obviously my guard is going to be up.
You open
I'm
up
going to
their
start to
minds.
defend myself and hold things back even further. Patrice, quickly before we go to our next break, when you think of how the employee, the leader, the HR director, the business leader, who is, let's say the CEO is forward-thinking, is innovative, is willing to change and start some new things, but his team, he's being met with adversity from his team. What does he or she do? Because I want to move forward, I want to grow, I want to change, I want to adapt, but my CFO stuck in his way.
Right.
My HR director, oh no, we've been doing this from the policy say, the law say, how does he or she get them to now move forward?
Well, the thing is, though, leaders create the cap, right, or the lid. So a leader, if their lid continues to go up, the rest of the team will eventually come up, right? And the best way for the leaders to lift their lid would be for them to make sure that they are on top in terms of knowledge, in terms of growth, in terms of mindset, right? You have to gain the respect of people. When people respect you and you have credibility with them, then they come along. People buy into the leader first.
Yeah, for sure.
Right?
That's great.
So if they're not coming along, check the buy-in. Why is there not buy-in?
Why is there so much resistance?
Why is there so much resistance, right? So the leader then has to work on himself first, because of course the biggest project that we could work on is ourselves.
Absolutely.
And has to understand, why are my people not following? And then sometimes you have to look for an advocate, an ally.
Yeah, somebody in the mix.
Somebody in the mix who can champion that cause, who can be that champion, right? And you look for those people in the team that have influence, that people listen to. And sometimes they're the negative people,
the
you
gangsters.
know. Okay, the gangsters.
To cause all the problems, who bring all the smoke, my brother would say, but they have the voice of the people, the air of the people.
Air of the people. Yeah, so you get buy-in from them. And let them champion the cause.
That's so good. I think we often underestimate, the same way we treat this, the way we've always done it statement, is the same way we treat our vocal and problematic employees.
Absolutely.
The ones who challenge us at every point. Those are the ones you have to bring in closer and say, listen, man, we're trying to go somewhere different. And I know you believe in this change.
That's right.
What are we missing? How do we get John and Mary to come along with this? And bringing that person in closer allows you, when they realize that John into this, hold on, this is the way who sold everybody hostage. They will move further along with John than they would the leader who's stuck.
That's right.
Because that person has the real influence. I tell all the people all the time, that's the real CEO.
You're not the one with the title.
She's calling the shots. They're on the ground telling everybody, look here, today we working, tomorrow we ain't working.
Right.
You call out tomorrow, you call out next week. They calling the shots. And I think if we focus our energy on how do we get these individuals to buy into your point, to release the resistance and to move forward, you will see some change.
Yes.
Right? So, as we come back from this break, when we go to this break, we're going to come back and we're going to talk about the antidote to all of this. What do you need to be doing? How do you need to be showing up to ensure that you can break the cycle of this is the way we've always done it? Stay close. Your breakthrough continues after this break. We are just done with Disrupt HR Trinidad, and it was phenomenal. We indeed got our shift together. So many incredible speakers, so many incredible viewpoints shared today. Such an incredible opportunity to connect, to engage, and to really disrupt the status quo. If you have never been to a Disrupt HR event, you want to stay close to this following, because it is somewhere you definitely need to be. I want you to join me and my team in Disrupt HR Nassau on September 26th. If you want to be disruptive, if you want to be disrupted, come on out and disrupt with me. God bless you, and we'll talk soon. Welcome back, everyone. If you're just joining us, where have you been so long? We've been waiting for you. But tonight, our guests are Patrice Taylor and Alana McCartney, and we've been talking all night about this concept of this is the way we've always done it. We want to break that cycle with you tonight. And Patrice, you're bringing a very, very special, important, and dynamic antidote, if you will, to this whole concept. Tell us all about Live to Lead, why it's important, why do I need to be there, how do people get there, all the stuff. Go right ahead.
Okay, so Ahmad, I'm so glad we were talking about this whole thing about the status quo thinking.
Yes.
Because this year we're having Live to Lead is a leadership and development, personal and professional growth and development conference.
Yes.
And it's proctored by the John Maxwell team, of which I am an executive director. What we do is every year in 100 host sites all around the world, we have the most phenomenal leadership experience. People call it an event, I call it an experience, right?
Yes, ma'am.
An event you attend, an experience changes your life.
Transformation.
Right? Transformation, and that's what it's all about.
Yes.
Live to Lead is going to be held this year on October 3rd at the Sandals Royal Bahamian Resort.
Next week.
That's
next week, Friday?
Yes.
Wow.
And it's going to be a full day this year. We start at 8 a.m. until 5 p.m. And it's a full day because there's a lot to do, a lot of learning, a lot of growth for those persons that are growth-minded. Whether you have a title or not,
yes, ma'am.
Whether you are on the way up on the totem scale or just starting your journey, right? Live to Lead is that kind of experience where people can come in and expect that they are going to, first of all, learn how to lead themselves properly, and then understand that, guess what? Not because I have a boss or I don't have a title and my boss does, they're the leader and I'm not. Everybody is going to walk away understanding what true leadership is all about, that it begins with them. Our theme this year, I'm very excited about it, is breaking the glass ceiling of traditional leadership.
My Lord.
Shattering the glass ceiling of traditional leadership. Renaissance thinking, Renaissance leadership. It demands us to think differently about what leadership is. It's no longer about that, title, status. It's no longer about that. And if we don't shift that mindset, like you said, there are 6 generations in the workforce today. That title and status thing, it doesn't matter to them.
Does not matter.
Right? And by 2030, 70% of the workforce is going to be millennial. Can you believe that?
Absolutely.
Hold on to your seats.
Hold on.
Right?
Wow.
And so what Live to Lead, what our mission is with Live to Lead is no matter where you are in that generational divide, and I hate to say divide because it's not divisive, but in that generational scope, Live to Lead is for you.
Wow.
And so much so, Ahmad, what we've done this year is we're going to be hosting Live to Lead Youth as well. And I think I'm even more excited about Live to Lead Youth than Live to Lead itself. Why? Because we are really shifting our generation of young people, nation building through leadership. That's what we're calling it, nation building through leadership. And our theme for Live to Lead Youth, which is going to be on October 24th, Ahmad, this year we're going to have about 500 young people who are going to benefit from what it really means to lead, to learn how to lead properly. So we have 350 students that we're going to have right in New Providence at Sandals on October 24th. And I'm so excited that this year we're also going to have about 150 students in Grand Bahama at the Pelican Bay. And that's going to be led by the lovely Alana. And maybe Alana can tell you more about that.
Absolutely, go ahead.
So we landed with doing a simulcast both Nassau and Grand Bahama on the 24th, because I'm always of the view, why not? So we're doing that. It's going to be, and I also liken it to, from a Live to Lead perspective, Live to Lead is developing existing leaders. Live to Lead Youth is developing those leaders to be. And in 10 years, 20 years time, those to be are going to be up there, and we will have reshaped what leadership looks like. It represents what we are aspiring to have all leaders look like by dealing with it on both ends. So I'm super excited about the event.
Absolutely. I think this is a testament, one, to how much we believe in leadership.
Yes.
One, but two, how absolutely necessary it is for us to pour into those that will lead us one day.
Yes.
My niece is 8 years old. I was preparing for a workshop last week, ladies, and I had this brilliant idea. I know it came from God, because it was too good to come from me. But God can give us a great idea, a great insight, a great direction, and we can still humanize it and mess it up.
Yep.
So I'm planning this thing out. I remember in high school you might have or see it on TV where you have the egg for the day.
Yeah.
You carry the egg around, protect the egg. So I had this wonderful idea to have these colleagues that I was going to be sharing with to have a guest for the day in the form of an egg. My niece says to me, "Uncle, where's the workshop going to be?" I said, "Where it's going to be? Inside or outside?" I said, "Inside." "Uncle, what happens if an egg breaks?" I said, "Well, yeah, that's the point. They're going to be putting them through challenges so that they could protect their egg. In the event it breaks, that's what happens. What would you do now once it breaks?" So she said, "Uncle, if you could be indoors, won't the egg stay in the carpet?"
Oh, wow. At 8 years old.
And I say, first of all, go to your room. Second of all, thank you for saving my life. Because while the client was supposed to be paying me,
You'll be paying them
she
back.
said, perhaps you should consider boiling them.
Oh, wow.
So that when they drop, they won't break, they will crack.
Wisdom.
8 years old.
Wisdom.
Wisdom is the word, Alana.
Wisdom.
And you have an individual who is at baby boomer, Gen X, who might say, geez, this young trend fresh, they forward. But she's 8 years old, not an employee, a student. And is encouraging me to say, "Uncle, catch yourself. Hold your head and boil his egg here."
Refocus.
It's going to cause confusion.
That's right.
But we have an opportunity now to develop those that are coming up and to sharpen those that already exist.
Absolutely.
Right? And that's the importance of events like Live to Lead.
Yes.
Why should organizations, leaders, anyone with aspirations to lead, with the currently leading now, why must they be in this room, Patrice?
Oh, they must be in the room because leadership is a skill that you learn. It's a skill that you learn.
Yes.
The theme, again, is Renaissance leadership, changing the mindset. It's about servant leadership.
Yes.
Right? Understanding that values matter, that people matter.
Yeah, man.
Right? That it's not about us.
Yes.
It's about our assignment.
Yes, man.
It's about our purpose, right? Why are we here? Purposeful leadership. And you could tell my voice getting a little louder because I'm very passionate about it.
Absolutely.
You know, that we have to shift the mindset. We have to shift the landscape. We're going to have speakers like John Maxwell. He's going to be pre-recorded. Valerie Burton. We have people, local speakers, our CEO roundtable, people like Dr. Aubinette Roll, who is also a John Maxwell team member, Dr. Kenneth Roma.
Also John Maxwell.
Also John Maxwell, Tanya McCartney, Gowan Bow. It's just going to be, people have to, you know why you need to be in the room? Because if you are ready to shift your trajectory in terms of your development, first as a person, and develop yourself as a leader. We are all leaders because we know, Ahmad, that leadership is influence.
Absolutely.
And all of us
100%.
influences somebody at some point in time, correct? And so all of us, every one of us is a leader. But how do we become such an influencer that we shift the trajectory of the lives of others? That's what is most important, you know. Not about what it does for us, because it will change us, for sure. But imagine what changing us will do for those that that look up to us.
Absolutely.
And for the young people, what it will do for our nation, because we're starting at a young age.
Absolutely. How do people register for this event, Patrice? What do they have to do?
So they will go online to halftraining.com, HEPHTRAINING.com, or they can call us at 605-8899.
Okay.
60-halftraining.com.
Halftraining.com. HEPH training.com.
Yes.
605-8899. And how much are tickets?
The tickets are $199 if it's individual, and if it's a group of 10 or more, it's $185.
Okay.
Plus that.
Absolutely.
And it's free for students.
Free for students. Let's not miss that.
The youth program is free.
Totally free.
For the students in Nassau and Grand Bahama.
Free for students in Nassau and Grand Bahama. Get your children. Stop speaking death into them.
Yeah.
Grades 10 through 12.
Grades 10 through 12. Your other children soon will be able to come. But right now it's grades 10 through 12. It's free of charge. We can make sure they get something to eat.
Of course.
We can feed them. We can inspire them. We will transform their lives from the inside out. You can join these simulcasts on October 24th, you said?
Yes.
For Live to Lead Youth, October 24th at Sandals Royal Bahamian in Nassau and Pelican Bay in Grand Bahama.
Yes.
And then Live to Lead is on October 3rd, 2025. 8 a.m. to 5 p.m.
Yes. Correct.
$199 individual ticket, $185 group tickets.
Yes.
You have any sponsors that you want to thank?
Oh, for sure.
Yes.
We want to thank John Bull. We want to thank Alive. So far, we want to thank Lowe's. We want to thank, they're going to kill me.
Don't worry about that. You know what, Hart? You know she mean you. You know she mean you. Listen, it's events like these
senior moment
that really shape the future of a nation. Y'all go into all these other little rigmarole things, but don't serve you. You have an opportunity to pour into yourself, into your teams, leaders who find themselves holding on to the statement, this is the way we've always done it, who feel challenged by way of progress, by way of moving forward. This is the room you need to be in.
Yeah.
You need to be in a space that is embodying future, next level, innovation. I did some work today with a session, and we dealt with this multi-generational workforce as well. Yeah. And the Gen Z generation is noted to expect transparency.
Yes, yes.
It is expected that you will tell me and I will tell you as I see it.
Absolutely.
With decorum, of course, with respect, but I'm not going to consider this might be a CEO. You are a woman or a man that needs to hear some truth. Here it is. Thanks for my time. I go on.
That's the truth.
They're not thinking about it. They're expecting it.
Yes.
Right? My niece said to me, so, I know you know. But what you're talking about ain't sense.
Right.
You might want to boil these eggs so you could, save the integrity of your situation, but also don't cost yourself the money in the long run.
Correct.
And when we hold on to, well, I always used to just put the eggs in the basket. And what happened?
Innovation. She innovated you.
She
and
innovated, and the thing
that was
worked.
Important
it worked magically, y'all. It was a phenomenal experience. And those employees in that session understood how detrimental and fragile a person's experience can be, but when they are at the helm of that, they can make a difference. The same is true for leaders.
Yeah.
When you recognize that the lives you are affecting are literal lives, not employee numbers or quotas. People.
That's right.
People are affected by the decisions we make or lack thereof.
Yes.
And when you take responsibility as a leader to demonstrate your interest in their progress, your interest in their next levelness, if you will, your interest in them moving forward as an organization, things change.
Absolutely.
When people feel valued, they bring value.
Oh, yes, for sure.
Bottom line.
For sure.
Right? And I believe that Live to Lead is one of those events that add value.
Absolutely.
So you walk away immediately able to add value the next day.
That's right.
So Friday evening, you can let that soak in. On church, go pray about it. And Monday morning, go change the world.
That's right. Change the world.
Wow.
Absolutely.
Why did you get involved in Live to Lead, Patrice?
Values, right? Amade wrote a book last year called on servant leadership.
Yeah.
And when I joined up with the John Maxwell team, I realized the value system was exactly in alignment with my value system.
Yes.
Right? If we operating against our value system,
what's the point?
What's the point?
Why are we doing
right?
this?
Not.
Right? And so I believe that values, having a value system that really, really values other people, that's what Live to Lead is about.
Yeah.
It's teaching us to pull away from this me mentality, right? To get us to think about what a servant leadership is. I remember a gentleman said to me, you can't be a servant and a leader.
Wow.
Right? But what does the Bible tell us?
Yes, ma'am.
What does
Come on.
What does the Word of God tell us?
The ultimate servant leader.
Right?
Come on.
Whoever wants to be what?
The least among us.
Okay.
Come on, man.
So we have the role model laid for us in the Word of God, right? Jesus was the one, when that mother came and said, find a seat for my two sons on each side. What he said, right? He who wants to be the head or wants to be the highest needs to be the least first. I can't even give you them spots what you asking for.
That's right.
Right? He washed his disciples' feet. He was a leader of all leaders.
Absolutely.
Right? And that, listen, this is nothing new. This was always there.
Yeah.
But our thing is, those of us that know it, our job, our assignment is to make sure that we spread that message.
Yeah.
And we do it in the corporate world.
Absolutely. Ladies, 60 seconds each. Somebody is facing a challenge right now. Old way of doing things, stuck in their way, leader who is just not willing to see things differently, see things forward. What do they do tonight that they can implement tomorrow to make the world different? 60 seconds. Alana.
Reassess themselves, their perspective on that issue, identify what that root cause is that's stopping them from moving forward, own it, and move.
Wow.
Oh,
that's good.
Oh.
That's good.
So I'll steal that from you, Alana, and I'll add to it.
Sure.
Listen. One word. Listen. I call it tripartite listening.
Yes, Mom.
Listen with those ears, listen with those eyes, but most importantly, listen with this.
Wow.
Listening makes a difference.
It does.
When we commit to listening, then change happens.
Wow. Listen to hear. First understand, then be understood. That's in the Bible too, right?
Yep.
All right, now.
It is.
If it is that you decide that you want to make a change, listen to those around you. Also listen for what they are not saying. Your employees speak loudest when they've said nothing. Trust me.
Correct.
Yes.
Patrice Taylor, Alana McCartney, thank you so very much for lending your wisdom, your experience, your voice to this conversation tonight. You reminded us that leadership is not about clinging to comfort. It's about courage. It's not about protecting traditions that no longer serve us. It's about creating new pathways that unlock possibility for decades to come. Leaders, I want you to hear me very clearly. This is the way we've always done it. It's not a badge of honor. It is a warning label. It tells your team, your customers, and the world you've chosen, comfort over courage, sameness over significance. And in this season, leadership cannot afford to be safe. The world is not the same. Leadership and you must evolve, because the people you lead and the future you serve demand nothing less. So tonight, as you turn off this program, I challenge you to ask yourself, what outdated practice am I protecting? What change have I been too afraid to make? And most importantly, what future am I forfeiting by standing still? This is the Rundown on Leadership, ladies and gentlemen, where we do not just talk leadership, we obviously run it down and we raise the standard. Thank you so much for tuning in. Until next time, keep leading with courage, keep leading with clarity, and keep leading with vision. I invite you to stay close to the ZNS Network for the 11 o'clock news. It's the final newscast in the country with the latest on news and information with Mr. Corvell Python. This is Amar Rashad Thompson for the Rundown on Leadership. We'll see you next week, should the Lord delay his calling. Great night, everyone. Take care.
At Fort Montague, I'm Opal Roach. This is ZNS. Where we're moving on.